How's everyone doing? Welcome back, Gumby and the Goobers, another episode. Today we'll be going through the Week 4 Sims for both the main BR and Dog Bowl, and then we'll be doing some drafts. Brian, Anthony, Brian, how you doing? How's Week 4 shaping up?
Week 4 is shaping up tremendously, which gives me which makes me very scared because usually when I feel confident, most of the time it works out, but sometimes it just totally blows up in my face. This week, I feel pretty good about a lot of the matchups. The players that I have an uncomfortable amount of exposure to feels like it's a pretty solid play. So excited to see how Week 4 shapes out. Anthony, how are you?
Well, I'll tell you what, we had our first bust of the week last night. Devin Singletary. What the hell is that, man? You're going up against a Dallas defense that the past 2 weeks couldn't stop me, I don't think, if I were on the field. And not only did you average less than 2 yards a carry, but you couldn't hold on to the goddamn ball neither. So that's really bad for him. It's good for us because in Best Ball Mania, we do have some Tyrone Tracy stashed away. So hopefully that'll be helpful to us later in the year. But yeah, not good for Devin Singletary and anybody that owned him in the Thursday night slate for sure.
Yeah, GM, Lava.
What's up, Lava?
1/3 long, yeah. Not yet. So let me share. We'll go over the Sims first. I'll show you guys kind of what's cooking there.
Good evening, Meatwad. How are you?
We'll share this one.
Happy Friday, Lava. Happy Friday, everyone in the chat. Thank you all for stopping by and spending time with us on your Friday night.
So, interestingly, the Sims that I ran today they like CJ Stroud stacks a lot. So obviously they like Diggs, and then because Diggs and Stroud are correlated, they're going to also like Stroud. But I was shocked he was the highest quarterback. What do you guys think about that? Do you like Stroud this week?
That is surprising.
Well, if you guys listen to my stream to our stream on Tuesday, towards the end of the stream, I gave you guys who I liked at each position the most. And if you guys recall, I said Stroud and the Texans receivers as my quarterback wide receiver combos. And with the Dell injury lingering with what we knew on Tuesday, it just seemed, and going up against a horrid Jacksonville team, I don't know what is going on with them over there. It just seemed like it was a pretty easy leverage closing line value sort of play.
Jacksonville plays a ton of man coverage despite their cornerback one being dead. Yeah, I did see that they play a ton, like I think it's like 40% man or something, which is like way more than anyone else plays.
And Stroud just picks apart man when defenses play man against them. So I expect a big game from Nico. Diggs should, in theory, get a lot of target volume. We'll see. Yeah, if Nico does his best Jawan Jennings impersonation, then I am going to be a happy camper when we see each other on Tuesday's stream.
Yep. So another one that we see that's kind of surprising, kind of a scroll down, is Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be obviously because he's going to be paired with Daniels a lot, but he's also just like a good play in general because he's more optimal than Jaden Daniels.
That surprises me. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, I assume, obviously Jaden Daniels is a guy that we're high on this week. You can see already he's rising up the boards compared to, when we did our last stream on Tuesday. And, obviously if you're going to have Daniels in your lineup, really when you look at Washington, he's really the only guy that makes sense to pair with Daniels. I mean, I do have a draft where I got Ertz in the last round and not feeling great about that. But if we're going to punt the tight end, we're going to roll with it. But I think McLaurin is definitely, obvious play if you're going to have Daniels in your lineup this week.
Yeah, I think Ertz is fine. I think Ertz is fine in the 12-mans. I don't know if I would get to him in the 6-mans.
The only thing I'll say that scares me a little bit with Terry, I do like Daniels as just a standalone play. I don't think you necessarily have to stack him with Terry McLaurin just because that Washington offense is a very low passing offense historically so far. I mean, even the last week when Daniels had like 25 plus points, they only threw the ball 23 times. And looking at what Terry's done the last 3 games, 4 targets, 8 targets, and 6 targets. So it's not like he's going to be hyper targeted. I do like the matchup they're playing this week, and I do like that just general high game script potential.
But the highest total weekend?
It's one of the top 2. Yeah. I think it is for the main slate. But yeah, I like Daniels a lot. Terry scares me a little bit, but if you have him, it's hard not to draft him as a late round scroll down.
And then what do you think about Bowers being the number 1 tight end?
I think it's kind of predictable now that we have Devontae Adams out. I mean, they have to throw the ball to somebody, right? It's going to be Bowers or Trey Tucker, and I don't think anyone is going to want to draft Trey Tucker in any of these 6-man.
Jacoby Myers, a racer.
Yeah, I do like Jacoby Myers as a player. He's one of those good football player guys that we like to draft. Doesn't score well, so I don't like to draft him much. But yeah, Bowers is a good play.
Anyone else standing out in this list to you guys? I think I'm just trying. I haven't done that many drafts, but just like Rennie. Good evening.
Rennie, thanks for stopping by.
Taking Myers.
Kyron Williams, that's interesting to me because do we think that's more just volume driven? Just given, kind of the state of the Los Angeles Rams right now, and how we're feeling about them. Because I know it's Chicago. To me, it kind of feels like a little bit of a trap game for the Rams, quite honestly. Nobody expected them to beat San Francisco, and it was really a wild comeback for them to do that. Now they're playing kind of a hapless Chicago team, which could sneak up on you a little bit. Caleb Williams finally showed some signs of life last week. But do you think that's really more volume driven and just like, hey, we've got nobody else to, kind of throw the ball to, run the ball with?
I mean, if they're going to score, it's going to be Kyron Williams. So they're probably not going to score a ton of passing touchdowns, not going to do a ton of passing volume, and someone's got to do something. The Rams are kind of an offense where they'll figure it out no matter what. So that's kind of why. I mean, the thing is, people were saying the same thing last week, and his ADP was 35, so I was hammering him. But it's a little bit different when he's a second-round pick now. Mm-hmm. I'll be taking some, but 33% seems like a lot. Maybe I should just trust the Sims and the projections.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen what Sean McVay can do when he likes running backs. He will absolutely end their career like he did with Gurley by running him into the ground 400 times for the next 3 years. So if Kyron can stay healthy and withstand that massive workload that he's shouldering right now, running backs with opportunity, those are the guys that project well. That's why we liked Charbonnet last week before the projections came out. That's why I said Najee Harris was going to be good this week. And I think, as we said before, who was pretty high on the board this time around, Josh Jacobs, pretty high, for the value that you could get for him as a late round pick at the running back position. A guy that's going to get a lot of opportunity, especially if Jordan Love plays this week, could be good value.
Yeah, I don't think Love's going to play, but so let's kind of look at the lineups. So we'll do.
Oh. And yeah, Lava, I agree. Taking Myers in a 12-team league is a good pick.
Yeah. 12. So the interesting thing about this week, it's kind of like last week, where it's pretty rare that the Sims are simming out the best teams as not the top 2 picks, which is pretty rare. So I'm just filtering by the top 2 picks here, and we'll see what it shows us. Give it a second to load. And there's only one team in the top 10 for EV, and then there's only 10 in the top 100, which is interesting. All of them have Terry McLaurin, though.
Yeah, I was surprised that, I did a good amount of drafts this week for sole research purposes for stream education and such. So you guys are welcome for being the guinea pig here. But the spots that I've really liked to draft from this week in particular has been picks 4, 5, and 6. Getting somebody like a Jefferson, Jamar Chase, or Bijan Robinson, and then on the bring back, getting someone like Nico, who I'm really high on this week. It seems like that's the best way to start the drafts from what I've done so far.
So this is filtered by picks 4, 5, and 6, and as you can see, it's just lighting up the top of the board.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, there you go. So Brian knows ball. It's basically just because there's such a big tier after the 10th or 11th player that once you get past there, it's kind of dust, So it's really saying try and get 2 in the top 10 or 11, and then figure it out from there.
To me, the way the rankings were set up as of yesterday, I haven't done any drafts today, but through yesterday, it was once you got to Jordan Mason, he was the end of the tier, because then you got Godwin as the next pick available, and then you got the quarterbacks and tight ends. It just seems like you're reaching a little bit with those picks. I don't really like Godwin this week in particular, so wasn't excited to have him go as the 2-3 turn or something around there.
Yeah, this is an interesting lineup. Number 2, Jaden Daniels double stacked with Terry McLaurin and Zach Ertz. I don't know if I would get there. It seems a little bit thin to expect. But the thing is, with a tight end, if you get 10 points, you're probably fine.
It's probably your tight end 3 on the week.
Right, exactly. If you get the touchdown, yeah. Then still getting a lot of Stroud here, which makes sense because the Sims like the Stroud's receivers. You guys want to hop in a couple drafts?
Yeah. Before we do, if anyone is enjoying the content and you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It's free, really helps us out. We love drafting with you guys. So anytime you guys can show support by either liking, commenting, or subscribing to the channel, we really appreciate all the support.
Yeah, 100 subs on YouTube.
Yes, thank you to everyone who's subscribed and who has been here basically from day one. And to the 50% of you who watch these videos that don't subscribe, why would you take joy out of your life? That's the only question I'll ask.
We hate you if you're not subscribed.
We do. Truly can't stand your guts.
All right.
I hope you come in fourth in the dog bowl.
Oh, we got Pete Overzet in our draft. Nice.
Ooh. All right, so I like the 3 spot. That means we don't like. Wow, Nico at 3. Oh, that's your ranks.
Because this is ADP. Are you guys taking Barkley at 1 or Brees at 1?
I'm still going Barkley, or neither. Is it neither for you, Brian? Gonna throw a curveball?
I think I really like Chase this week. I was surprised the Sims didn't. The Sims only have him, I think, in 8% of optimal lineups. I don't understand that because I think that game could also be a shootout. You could stack Burrow with the last round pick with Chase. They need to win a game, and they're going to throw it because they have the second lowest rushing attempts per game under Zach Taylor. Same with this year as well. I think either Jamar Chase or T. Higgins eats, and I would bet Chase over Higgins in this case.
I don't know. It's just because he's never going to show up a lot just because Justin Jefferson is projected for an extra point over him. So it's never going to tell you just to pick Chase when you can get Jefferson.
Which I don't understand because Jefferson's going to get shadowed by Jair Alexander. Not that Jefferson is a very talented player, so it won't really matter. But Chase has a layup matchup in a must-win game for that team.
Because the projections don't know ball. So
I agree.
Do you want to take Chase or Jefferson?
We'll take Jefferson because this is a sim stream.
No, take Chase if you really believe in it. Just do it. Yeah,
try with it.
I just don't understand. Andy Dalton is going to.
I mean, you're never gonna
Dalton revenge game.
You're giving Chase love. You're never gonna make me upset.
I have a lot of Dalton, not intentionally. It was typically like a Stroud or not a Stroud, like a Jamar Chase Nico build, and right before I was going to pick Stroud is when he went, so I had to get a back stack with Deontay and Dalton. So it wasn't comfortable, but it has to be done.
Yeah, even in a dog bowl, if you want to get a guy like a Xavier Legette this week, that's kind of compelling to me from Carolina.
Ooh,
no, not at all.
No.
All right, we'll see.
It's a little thin.
I'd rather have Chuba.
Did he do anything?
Yeah, but you got to think about somebody who's not going to be picked.
He had 3 targets.
He had 2 catches, 42 yards.
What did he do?
He's explosive, 21 yards a catch.
So does Garrett Wilson.
It's like Wandale.
Garrett Wilson.
All right, we're on deck here. I'll sort by ADP. If Rashee Rice falls, it's a smash, in my opinion.
He's not going to fall.
I just don't think that's going to happen. This guy's going to take him.
I think Kyron's the next pick, personally. If Rice is, assuming Rice gets picked here.
I don't know. I'm out on Kyron this week. That's my bold take of the week.
Okay.
Not out on him like he's going to bust, but out on him like being a top 5 back.
You like Kamara?
I always like Kamara.
Kamara?
I'm okay with Kamara. I prefer Kyron, but I like Kamara.
We took your Chase, so
yeah, we'll make
it out.
I get the next pick then.
Okay. And Lava has a great point. Dalton was the first quarterback to throw for 303.
Yeah, Dalton's good.
I'm pretty sure it was Burrow who did it on Monday night. Was the second quarterback to do that this year, which is insane going into week 4.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Quarterback play has been awful.
So this guy is high T, goes Kyron and Saquon.
And then he's going to get stuck. Yeah, so you can't draft Godwin there. That's the only receipt. Well, Diggs went really early. Wow.
No, you're definitely right, though. I mean, I noticed the same thing when I was doing my – oh, sorry, we're on the clock.
This is definitely Goddard.
It's a Goddard pick for sure, yeah.
Yeah, but I noticed the same thing as you, Brian. Really, when you get to that turn, that 2-3 turn, you're kind of just left with Godwin. It's like, ooh, I don't know if I want to take Godwin that early, although he's been great this year. I mean,
Diggs goes at 11 here.
Yeah, without Tank Dell playing, he talk about closing line value. He's now going to go in the second or third round in almost every draft we do.
He was in the 30s on Tuesday, and same thing with Kittle.
Yeah.
I don't think this matters as much. I don't know. I think he might be more limited than people think. I think I'd still rather have Kelsey over him, which may be dumb, but
no, I don't think so.
Who would you rather have over Kittle? Goddard,
no, Kelsey. Bowers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
second Burrow. That's what I thought. So right now we have Kamara, we have Chase, and we have Goddard. I do like the start of this build.
Yeah. might get stuck with Jalen Hurts again, like always, like I always do on my teams.
He's falling. I've
Yeah,
noticed.
can't take
he's
him.
like the fourth highest projected. You guys like Ayuk here? I think I'd lean Ayuk.
I
I'm
like
good with
Taylor
that, yeah.
more.
You like Taylor more? No,
It's a tough matchup, man.
Taylor will fall.
Okay.
I mean, J.K. Dobbins was rolling through 2 weeks and then played Pittsburgh last week and got stymied. So
Yeah, but
I mean, I know
Taylor's way better.
I don't know if he's way better. He's way healthier right now, and he's
Who?
been healthier in his career. I don't
Who
think
would you rather
Jonathan
have,
Taylor's
Dobbins
way
against-
better than J.K. Dobbins.
Yes, he is.
He's so much
No,
better.
not when he's healthy. J.K. Dobbins is unbelievable when he's
J.K.
healthy.
Dobbins-
J.K. Dobbins will never be healthy again.
He's healthy right now, and he
Then
was
what
great
was
the
he-
first 2 weeks. He was awesome. He had 100 yards.
Yeah, I
And
don't
he was
know.
averaging like 8 yards a carry. No, someone's got to back me up on this. J.K. Dobbins, when he was healthy, I understand, I get it, injuries, and that's the great equalizer. But no, when J.K. Dobbins was healthy, he was disgusting.
He's good, but Jonathan Taylor had like one of the best running back seasons in the past 10 years.
You
I
did.
know, and so
And-
did Jamar Chase did at the wide receiver position, and Brian hates him until yesterday. So,
Do we want to take
I don't
our
know.
minutes
Do we want
take
Hurts
Taylor?
to stack with Goddard?
Yeah, Hurts or Taylor for me.
Yeah, those are the two on between. So Anthony, break the tie.
I kind of like Hurts just to stack with Goddard.
Okay.
This is how I end up with 40% Hurts.
This is how I end up with 40% Taylor.
That's true. What's Pete doing?
Who
here?
knows? Taylor could fall again.
Pete's got
What's up,
Nico, Marvin Harrison, Jaden Daniels, and James Conner. What's up, Nick? Thanks for
How we doing,
tuning
Nick?
in. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm curious. See, like for me, taking Nico Collins and Marvin Harrison and taking Jaden Daniels, that's interesting.
It's
Because,
stupid.
it's not necessarily stupid because how many people who take Nico are also taking Stroud, and how many people who take Harrison are taking Kyler?
Yeah, but he also took Connor, so he's like totally buying into the game. So if those guys both hit, Kyler should be the most optimal play.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, and that's kind of thin to me. Rashid Shaheed picked 30.
Wow.
Well,
I'd
with
rather-
Olave not potentially playing.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
just rather pick Olave and swap it.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's stupid, I'm going to be poor. Jonathan
We'll
Taylor's
see.
still flying here, by the way.
Yeah,
we might get him
he
anyway
has
in the
to be
6th
fair.
round.
Yeah.
We'll take him if he falls. I'll give you that one. 6th round, we'll take him.
I don't think he will though, because these two guys have to take a running back with their next pick.
No, just one guy does.
Well, that's right.
Have a
Oh,
lot of
one more
Nico,
pick.
Marv, Jaden. If I don't get Kyler, wouldn't necessarily do James.
Yeah,
Conner.
we can
I
get him.
agree.
Take him.
Take him.
Nice.
Still there.
This is a cool team.
You know the best way to get closing line value? Just take guys past ADP.
This might be the winner right here, folks. I like this team a lot.
No, the winner that I sent you guys yesterday is going to be the team.
Yours
that
is
wins
getting
it all.
thrown out, so it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I know, but it's a beautiful ride while it lasts.
See you later, buddy. Hop in another.
I'll find the team while we're drafting, and I'll read it off to you guys once I have it. But it
Yeah,
was
no,
nasty.
like it is interesting to think like combinatorially of like, even though like they're correlated together with those receivers, like they're going to be so commonly stacked. Like I don't know if you probably didn't see it because you're not like a nerd like I am, but someone broke down this guy Scott. Let me find it. He tweeted out like how often people were stacking, and I think it's better to just show you. So let me get rid of this. So basically, we'll zoom in. It's not working. All right, whatever. Basically, last season, quarterback plus one, like one pass catcher, was stacked 51% of the time. And this year, it's quarterback plus one is 53%. And then double stacks are 13% last year and 11% this year. So that's like 65, 70% of 70% of quarterbacks are being stacked. So that's like,
Yep.
It's good because they're correlated, right? But on the other hand, it's like, is that worth it to stack that many times? Like, is it really that weird that a naked quarterback could get there?
And that's why somebody like Jaden Daniels is a good, like Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray. That's why they're sometimes good to not be like, if you don't have Marv or the number one for Daniels, it might just be good to take them a couple lineups just naked, because if they do rush or, Kyler throws a touchdown to the backup tight end like he did in week 2, you might get there just by having Kyler alone with, just standalone value.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's hard though. Like if you have like a guy like Mahomes, right? Like people don't want to take him naked at all. Like they're like, well, he's a pocket passer. You gotta have a pass catcher. But he's the type of guy to throw 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. So like I think that could be very, very unique where it's like no one's doing it, and like if you do hit that outcome, like you automatically like catapult up the board. I like that. Honestly, I like that strategy better than just like scrolling down and taking someone who's projected for less points. Nico
101. My goodness. Sorry, I almost had a heart attack.
You want to do Saquon here?
Saquon or Brees, I guess. Yeah, diversify it a little bit.
You got to do Saquon.
And to talk about the team real quick, that I was just saying that we'll get thrown out because it was just unbelievable. But I did exactly what I said. It's Jaden Daniels, Kamara, Mason, Chase, Jefferson, and Kittle. I don't have any. I don't have any.
Man.
I don't have any. What?
Who are they taking?
They took Burrow and Mahomes, I think, in the first round, and then nobody wanted Mason. It was unbelievable. I was like, oh, I'll pass on him, whatever. He won't come back to me. And then he did in the third round. I was like, this is unbelievable.
You're playing with grade school kids.
You got to draft at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, when they're all on the school bus.
Nick said Shahid in the dog bowl last round is going to be epic. 2 catches for 40 yards. It's true. Whenever you expect a big game from Shahid, you never get it. And when you're not expecting it, that's when he pops.
Falcons have an underappreciated defense. That's all I'll say. To just throw a little cold water on that.
Yeah.
But hey, if it hits, probably he'll get drafted 10% of the time.
Wow. Can Jamar fall to us here?
I've drafted a lot.
Or Mason? That would be wonderful. I'll take Mason if he can fall one more pick.
What is going on?
Dude, I don't understand why Chase isn't getting love, man. I'm going to just come on here on Tuesday. If Chase is the number 1 wide receiver on the week, I'm going to buy a jersey of his and wear it on Tuesday's stream because I just don't understand why he's falling so much. Yeah. It's crazy.
I should have known Lava Lord was in this. I forgot.
Do we want to take Kyron here?
I'm good with that. Diversify a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. I know Chase doesn't project that well, but like
Garrett Wilson. Brian, what thoughts on Garrett Wilson going 5th?
Holy,
gonna be in here.
That has to be somebody has to be in here in our stream, and this has to be a troll just to get a reaction, and I can't give it to them. Garrett Wilson might be the lowest scoring point scorer this week, being shadowed by Patrick Surtain.
His ADP is like 29, so
good.
Actually, might be higher now, 30. Yeah.
People are starting to finally wake up to what I've been screaming for what feels like an eternity at this point, that he just doesn't score points. And
we just autoed Goddard. Oops, my bad.
Whoops. Well, that's all right.
Well, that's a good pick. Good job, guys.
Meatwad also said taking Nico top 3 means that you could also get some pretty sick running back combos on the 2-3 turn. It's true. If you could get Nico and Mason, like that's a nice start to a team.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson last week before Adams comes to the Jets anyway. So true.
Business decisions.
Brian, what do you think about this poll here?
I mean, I think there's only 12% of the people that know ball. I'm one of them, and Gumby's the other.
Yeah, I voted wide receiver 30 or worse.
I think
I don't think that's I think he's a good player, but it's just the offense is. He's not gonna need to do that.
The Jets have one of the slowest. They run like the slowest offense in the league, pretty much by far.
Well, the quarterback needs 40 seconds just to freaking walk down the field. I mean, he is 40.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he's not allowed his walker. You know.
Yeah. Need to get him one of those like electric scooters so you can take down the field. Those are nice. Those are fun to ride.
I think. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this guy's noticed me, Senpai. He might be like a.
I believe he is.
From like
Darnold going 4.2, huh?
This guy is trying to get our.
It's the same guy, right? Yeah. No, this is
trying to get the draft thrown out.
I'd be shocked if it doesn't get canceled, but yeah. So we're on deck here. Lava's on the clock. Anyone standing out to you guys? I know
Diggs.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to say it.
You're asking.
Diggs or Ayuk. I'm good with that. Fuck this guy taking Darnold. Diggs, yeah. Do we want to diversify? I mean, we have 2 running backs. Can't take a running back.
Yeah, we'll
go. Like
Ayuk.
Evans at all this week?
What'd you say?
We like Evans at all?
Evans or Ayuk. I personally lean Ayuk, but
we can take Evans on the way back.
What's up, Best Ball Josh?
GM.
Thanks for stopping by. So we got Saquon, Kyron, Ayuk, and Goddard. It's a pretty good build, honestly.
With a little asterisk next to Goddard. That was
one
of our pick.
This is a weird draft.
Yeah.
This is how I ended up with that super team yesterday.
So what do we
want?
Do
we get Hurts again?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Do it again.
Do we? Yeah.
Godwin or Evans for me.
I'd go Evans.
What do the ball knowers think about Tampa Bay this week?
I'm kind of liking Evans a little bit better.
They both said that they're going to get him involved more. I believe him.
Disagrees, but
I don't give a shit. They also rank Garrett Wilson as a relevant player.
Do we want to do like a Baker stack, or do we want?
That's what I was thinking. Either him or Purdy. I kind of like. I don't know. Maybe I like Baker a little bit more. It's kind of ugly. Like I don't want to do it, but
welcome, Big Snacks. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. We're live multiple times a week, trying to help you guys get some advantages, both pre and post projection releases.
You know what we could also do? We could also do a Mahomes, like I was talking about before, where we just like guess that everyone gets a touchdown, like Oprah.
It's hard to pass on Hurts just from the ADP perspective.
This guy's probably going to take Tim Tebow at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Tim Tebow's
on your side.
Yeah, he could be tight end eligibility. He needs a tight end, right?
Nope, he's not here anymore.
Oh shit.
And it's funny, in like the best ball pool, like you can definitely like pick some weird players. Like Tom Brady is still there. Like Eli Manning, I think, is still there. Like in case someone unretires, they just keep everyone in there.
Yeah.
Mahomes is the Garrett Wilson of quarterbacks. Yeah, that's true.
Mahomes and Stroud. Although this week, not Stroud.
Yeah, a lot of ball knowers are on Dalton Schultz this week. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, with what the tight end position has been, he is CJ Stroud's one of his red zone targets. So
also, we didn't talk about Elijah Higgins.
No, we didn't, and we won't.
We probably will not.
He's projecting well.
Oh, good for him.
Elijah Higgins gets drafted. There you go, Lava.
Yeah, Lava.
All right, what are we doing at quarterback?
I mean, do we want to go Baker, or are we feeling?
I would lean Purdy, but I'm not opposed to Baker.
That's fine with me too. Yeah.
I probably would go Purdy.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Philly. The problem with Philly right now is that let's see, Elijah tight end 5 for ETR, best Higgins on the best Higgins.
You know, Meatwad, I did say punt the tight end, so please excuse me. We are going to draft him a lot the rest of this stream. Elijah Higgins every draft.
So let me pull up, just because Lava's in here, show his team. So we got Brees, Mason, Kyler, Diggs, T. Higgins. He got both Higgins. Double Higgins bros.
Wow. The Higgins stack.
That's not bad. And Lava says that he liked him as a prospect, super athletic. Think he came in as a wide receiver, could do worse with that matchup. Yeah, you know, I felt the same way about a guy named Chigakonkwo, who has done nothing since he's come in the league. So
yeah, he's nasty.
You know, I felt the same way about a guy named Theo Johnson.
Yeah, he's done great.
Life.
But his usage is off the charts, according to you.
No, it is. It still is. That has not changed.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't score.
Yeah, Elijah Higgins. Let me see what he's projected for, because you guys are going
to be rookie tight ends just suck, man. Rookie tight ends historically are awful in fantasy. I mean, Brock Bowers, you know.
Sam Laporta.
I mean, he's not lighting the world on fire. It's just the state of the tight end just sucks right now. He's having a good season, but
yeah.
He's so due. You know what that's called, Meatwad, respectfully? That is called the gambler's fallacy, and that means that it will never come true.
Works every time.
Until it doesn't.
Although I do think do you guys like T. Higgins this week or no?
I like the Bengals, but if I don't take Chase, then there are teams that I've taken Higgins with Burrow as
I like him in the dog bowl.
Yeah, that's probably more where I'm going to take him. I'm not. I don't know. Guys who miss so much like preseason, it never works out as you think it would.
Like Lamb.
Lamb was great. What do you mean?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's what I'm saying.
When Jewish McCaffrey needed him for the dog bowl, he got 6 points.
True.
Congrats on 6 though, Jewish McCaffrey.
Anyone get screwed last night? Cowboys minus 5.5. We want to talk about that. Brandon Aubrey mysteriously misses a field goal.
That was mysterious.
Making 20 in a row from 50+ yards. Very sketchy.
Also, don't get me started on the Giants game last night. We're not going to do that right now. I've done enough of that in the past day.
It's true.
So this is by ADP. You guys have a lean here?
Yes.
Do we have Chase yet? No.
We do, yeah. I don't know if we should take him again.
We'll
Want to take
him.
Rice,
He's at 80.
Collins?
If we could get Jamar Chase and Nico Collins, like that's such a sick start.
Yeah, it's
I don't
possible.
think he's not falling to us.
He's relatively questionable. Oh, I didn't. Why did they do this update? They should just leave it questionable. Yeah, there he goes.
There he goes.
He's gonna be going at 5.
I'm so happy I got him in every draft that I did for the last 2 days.
Yep, and like we talked about like earlier in the week, like that getting the closing line value like on those first round and second round picks is way more important than like the 5th and 6th round picks.
Nico is
like
my
Marv?
highest drafted receiver. I'll take Marv.
That's a nice start, yeah.
Yeah, pretty rare. Would you say Nico's highest drafted receiver?
Nico's my highest exposure receiver. Yeah, 26%.
That's gonna look good right about now.
Yeah, if you guys were here on Tuesday, we've recently been giving who the ball knowers think will be the most high like closing line value players pre and post projections released, and I said Stroud and the Texans receivers. So
highest drafted in best ball too.
Nice. Yeah, I like that call.
That's looking good right now. Yeah, I was a Tank Dell guy over the offseason, but I see that.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah. I think he's still, if he's healthy, he'd be better than Diggs, but not by as much as I thought he would.
I don't know about that.
No,
I
don't know.
I'd love to get Jordan Mason right here.
Yeah, he's not going to fall.
You don't know. Somebody may take Goddard, and somebody might take a quarterback.
Okay, I don't know if we're drafting with anybody in the room here because I have an idea. Yeah, you're queuing up Kyler. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to take Mason.
Okay. Yeah. Now.
Yeah.
Switching.
I mean, Kyler should fall.
Kyler should fall because we have Marv already. No one's
this is a sick start too.
Yeah, this is. Love the like I said, the best way to get some closing line value, just get players who are past ADP.
Yeah, Jordan Mason is an awesome fall here. Really is.
Kyler.
I agree, Meat. Oh, that sucks. We could take Burrow, diversify.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah. Fields is projecting well again this week.
Oh, don't get me started.
Give me somebody else. Kyler. Yeah. F.
Yeah, that's all right. I'd rather have Mason than Kyler.
Brian, are you on the Fields train this week?
Let's make this pick
I
first.
am actually, but yes, we'll talk about that in a second.
Burrow? Is that?
We could wait on Burrow.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I like Aaron Jones.
No Kelsey love?
Never.
Yuck.
I guess no Kelsey. Aaron Jones? We could do Aaron Jones.
Revenge game, baby.
I do like, the revenge factor. Yeah.
The ball knowers love the revenge factor.
Who doesn't love
It's a real thing. It works 100% of the time, just like he's due.
Lava,
he's due and revenge.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by, Lava. If you like, I don't know if you're subscribed or not, but before you do, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe on the video. Really appreciate all the support.
Let me go up Burrow. And then we need a tight end too. Any leans here?
I mean, I like Kittle if we can get there.
Yep.
I don't think I want Kittle just because we have Mason, and I don't know.
Oh, that's a fair point.
But the thing is, like we said, like if a tight end gets 10 points, then they're fine. So like it doesn't really matter that the negative correlation.
I would, if I had a lean just on a player take, it would probably be Komet, but I'm not married to that. It's kind of it's all with all tight ends.
Yeah, it seems like the Bears are not interested in Gerald Everett anymore. He's kind of getting pushed to the side, faded to the side. I think Komet
goes. This is the order that my stuff has them in: Pitts, Higgins, Schultz, Ertz, and then Komet.
Wow, Higgins.
We can push Burrow again because everyone has a quarterback after us.
Yeah.
So tight end.
Take who you want, Eric.
I wouldn't take Higgins because we have Marv.
Agreed.
You guys like Kyle Pitts?
Does anyone like Kyle Pitts anymore?
No. I guess
it's lucky.
We'll trust the ball knowers.
Komet with 11 targets.
20 points last week? Holy shit.
Yeah, he had 10.
He had almost 100 and a touchdown.
Yeah, wow. He had 11 targets too. That's what you want in the tight end, just targets.
Yeah, that's true.
Running back and tight end is all about rushing attempts, touches, and opportunities. Wide receiver, it's more about skill, in my opinion, how I'd like to build these teams.
Garrett Wilson goes at 30. That's more like
at least that's a respectable ADP. Yeah.
It's respectable, but he'll hate him on Sunday when he's getting 3.6.
And then obviously Burrow here.
Yeah, this is a gross team.
Yeah, let's click away from that. Let's hop in a dog bowl and hope it doesn't immediately fill, and then we'll discuss like the Sims for them. So don't fill it immediately. Need 6 to fill.
But if
4
you guys
of you are
could
allowed
wait
to
about-
join and then stop joining.
If we get the 101, I'm leaving the stream because I fucking hate the 101 and 12 person drafts. I had it like a couple days ago, and I drafted a terrible team because I was all out of sorts.
I haven't actually
really
done any
messes
12
with me.
mans. I haven't done any 12 mans this week, so this will be a first for me. So I'll kind of defer to you guys on some of the picks and just offer up any knowledge I have.
Yeah, I've only done like 3, so let's sort by top 25. And I'll scroll over and then we'll look at some teams. Also, remind me to check if our draft fills every once in a while. So the number 1 player is Josh Jacobs. I don't really know why, but it's Josh Jacobs.
Opportunity at the running back position with a good value.
Also,
you're getting in the 6th round.
In the dog bowls I've done, it gets really thin at running back in like rounds 5 and 6. So we'll probably want to take care of those early because it was bad. It was like Rashad White or like Cam Akers. Like, it's not good. Quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud, kind of similar to what we saw in the 6-mans. Then Zach Ertz comes a lot more viable than 12-mans, clearly. Cam Akers,
I actually have him in a dog bowl this week.
Nice. Cam Akers, this is projecting Mixon to be out. So, like, if we get to this point in the draft, I would just take Mixon and then swap to Akers.
I think Mixon might actually be playing.
Yeah, I think
there's some optimism from his practice report today.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50. Need 3 in the dog bowl, by the way.
Yeah, but it's higher than we thought it was going to be a couple days ago. Like, it looked like he was very questionable, doubtful.
Yeah.
Is there a build, like, in terms of like running back early, wide receiver late sort of thing, or is it really just more about the value at whatever's there when you pick?
Sounds like he's unlikely to play still, Meatwad says. I think it's going to be a true game time decision. We'll see, though.
Eric, what do you think about the construction of the team for these 12-mans, position-wise?
It seems pretty diverse here. Like, this one has Kyler Murray in the first round, and it's fine.
Wow.
Kyren, Nico, Kamara, it's pretty mixed. And even Goddard here. So it's basically just going to be take the best projected player when it gets to you. I don't think it matters too much. And then try and not get stuck with, like, I guess it's kind of shifted because Cam Akers is projected in. But, like, I wouldn't really like taking him in the last round yet. Like I said, I'd rather take Mixon. But, yeah, this is kind of my first time really diving deep into these today. I haven't really looked into it much. It looks like second-round quarterback is pretty good, though. A lot of Daniels, a lot of Mahomes, a lot of Kyler. What do you guys think about that?
Well, we love Daniels this week, yeah. And Kyler too. I mean that matchup. I said it. I think the last stream. I think Washington and Arizona going to be very high total for the week. There's a lot of intriguing options. Deeper down in dog bowl. Michael Wilson's a guy we like. Zach Ertz. We'll see about this Higgins character. I don't know too much about this character here, but yeah, I mean we'll see. Tight end sucks. So
he doesn't project well, but Anthony Richardson as the quarterback.
No, got to stay away. Not against Pittsburgh. I mean, he can't throw the ball against my local high school.
Washington.
We expect him to do well against Pittsburgh. No.
What are your guys? I was doing this in a couple of drafts earlier, and I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are. If you have a team that starts with Marv, I'm okay just taking Daniels to get the correlation in that game without having him stacked with Kyler necessarily. Eric, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's super sharp. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about that. Like, the people who are thinking about that are the good players, and like the people who are donkeys are just doesn't cross their mind at all. So I think it is a good idea.
There were plenty of times where I would take like Kyler would fall, so I would take like a Kyler Marv in like a 6-man, and then with my last round pick, I would just take Brian Robinson just because he's in the same game, and if I want that game to be a shootout, Robinson will probably do well.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way to think about it.
Yep.
Especially the way that
JMC, welcome
the NFL
welcome
here
to the draft.
Dark Sheep, this is the guy that qualified twice already, so we're fucked.
Nice.
Jewish McCaffrey,
All right, this is a good thing though. Let's just take a screenshot of his picks after
and then we can draft it next time.
We're gonna try to emulate it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharp people in here.
What's up, Jordan?
Sacrilegious is a really, really, really sharp guy. Nick is in here. Crutches.
Nice.
Yes. So we're not winning this one.
I like the
Let's
pick
go,
we got,
Goobers.
though. 9.
Jordan.
9's a good spot.
Welcome. Dark Sheep 101, Rich Get Richer. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
Jordan, welcome to the stream. Jordan, thanks for stopping by.
I don't
Appreciate
understand
you.
why you want the 101, though. I don't know. I don't like having the 101. I think it's awful.
It depends on the week. Let's see. I'm curious. Let me pull up the Dog Bowl Sims. And see.
Having the 101 is almost like a curse because you feel obligated to take like
The
Brees or
highest ranked
Saquon.
player in the week.
Right.
Yeah, it's like having the 101 in just redraft. Like you take McCaffrey, McCaffrey's out for the year, and now it's like your best pick was 24. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
101 EV wise looks fine. Like compared to, it's like pretty on par with like where you'd expect. Like it has the number 4 lineup, it has the number 11 lineup. So like it's not like it's dead. It's just not as good as it usually. Wow, he puts Jefferson first. That is.
Well, I mean, if he's the number 1 projected wide receiver.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. Like I said, I didn't do any rankings for the Dog Bowl this week. I'm not doing that many, so it's not really worth it. But yeah, I'm interested.
Oh my goodness.
What Nico number 4?
Nico 4 before Jamar.
Yeah, Nico.
I don't think that's
very well.
wildly stupid.
I don't either.
I thought we said if Tank Dell was out, Nico was going to eat this week.
Should I play Laporte Potty or Komet this week? Probably Komet.
Komet. Laporte Potty's not going to play.
No, he's going to play. He's fully practicing.
He's not going to do well when he plays.
Well, that's different. Yeah, Nico.
So we're on the clock.
So based on ETR, Nico is 15.4, and number 2 is Justin Jefferson, 14.4.
Yeah, get some good value in those Texans receivers.
So it's
want to do Mason here?
Probably a running back here, whatever you
Mason.
guys yeah, that's where I am too.
He got unlucky last week. Good yards, good usage, which is important. Just didn't fall in the end zone.
Yeah.
But got it with those running backs. It's all about the opportunity, and Shanahan loves running the ball. So I'm just going to take the running back he likes and see where it goes.
I think Kittle playing is going to help Mason too. It just makes our offense a little bit better. More opportunities to score touchdowns.
I wouldn't be surprised if New England attempts to try to stack the box and then.
Wow, that's very early for Dallas Goedert. Very early.
Especially with some late round tight ends that you can get at a.
Yeah, that's a fascinating pick. For all the wrong reasons.
He might go Hurts here. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's probably the pick if you go Goddard so early.
If he doesn't at this point, then I don't know what he's doing.
Nope.
Well,
James
he has no clue.
A little crazy. This guy's a little crazy. We're on deck here.
Oh.
I would probably wait on quarterback.
I love Diggs.
Yeah.
Any thoughts of Bowers?
There are thoughts.
It was a thought. No consideration, though.
Why not?
I'd rather, I feel like in these 12-mans, it's better.
All right, we talked about that. You can't make up that running back receiver.
Yeah, I'd rather push tight end, I think.
Yeah,
but
no,
Bowers,
that's fine.
The thing is, Bowers is the end of a tier. So if we do want to do that, I'm okay with it. We could do Godwin.
See, Bowers, I know.
More and more. Or we could do like Kyler and stack with like Elijah Higgins.
It's nasty, but we could if you'd like.
Someone make a decision.
Kyler.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're taking good players in this draft.
Yep.
For anyone that's new,
well, then
that we had last
so we
week,
say that right before we decide that we're going to take Higgins in the last round.
We haven't decided that.
Yeah, that's true.
The revelation that we had for anyone who missed our last stream is that, simply put, draft good football players. So we're not going to go with these random guys that have good opportunity that suck at football. DeAndre Swift, I'm looking right at you. We're not taking him. We're going to take guys like Chuba Hubbard who actually produce and have like 5+ yards a carry in a good matchup with a decent offense with Dalton, the Red Rifle.
Chuba is good. I'm shocked.
I know.
Well, I don't know why they drafted Jonathan Brooks.
The bigger question is why did they go out and get Miles Sanders?
Yeah, that is a terrible contract, man. I just don't know what they were thinking.
You can say the same thing what was said about Sanders is going to be said about DeAndre Swift after this season's over. It's like the Bears had their pick of free agent running backs. They give this guy all the money in the world, 1.8 a carry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like,
I know we talked about it not mattering, but Chuba Hubbard was a dog in college too. And I know you guys don't watch like a ton of college, but
where'd he go to college?
Hubbard was disgusting.
Oh,
K-State.
So here's a fun fact for everyone in the stream, and anyone who's here that's watching live is going to be in for a special treat. We haven't talked about this on stream yet, but we've known Anthony for a good amount of years, and over those years, we've had some amazing revelations from him. One of them being the best party trick I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
He knows every single mascot for any Division I team in the United States of America and Canada.
For basketball. So if you're one of those weird colleges that's like D1 for tennis, but don't have like a basketball or football team, you don't matter in my life. So I will not be considering you.
The Bears had 2 better running backs in house. That's actually true.
It is. Now they're going to give Roshan the ball for some reason. Well, I mean, he's not. We haven't really seen him play, so it's tough to say how good he is or bad he is. But we'll see how he does with the opportunity. But yes, if anyone wants to break up this, before we pick here, if anyone wants to just kind of throw out random D1 schools that have a football or basketball program, I will bet my life that Anthony knows who the mascot is.
We'll start with K-State. What's Chuba?
No, it was OK State, Oklahoma State.
I think it's K-State. OK State.
No, Cowboys.
Okay, that's an easy one.
And he does it so adorably smug. Makes you feel like you should know what it is. Anyway,
yeah, come on, you didn't know that?
I'm interested to see what Sacrilegious does here.
Ooh,
Stroud, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the pick.
Makes sense with Nico, yeah. So let's take a look at the board, see who we have coming up here. We started with Mason and Kyler, so I like Ayuk.
Yep, Garrett Wilson.
Unstar him now.
I did. Don't worry.
Thank you. I think a late round scroll that I'm kind
DJ Moore.
I was going to say Roma Dunze.
Okay.
As a late round option.
Yeah. Nope. I'm cool with that.
ADP is.
I do like that.
Scroll.
Meatwad asks Anthony, University of Regina, or maybe Regina.
I don't think that's not D1 for basketball or football.
Get out of here, Meatwad. Go home.
Come on, Meatwad. You had one chance. Game's over. You're done.
Ayuk goes. Garrett Wilson goes. Does us a favor.
I'd go Terry here with the Kyler stack, with the Kyler correlation.
I kind of like that.
Meatwad is seeing himself out, but please don't click off the stream.
Yeah, so we went Terry.
That's kind of what we were talking about before this draft started, of getting the number 1 receiver with the opposing quarterback that you have in case that game is a true shootout.
Yeah, especially in the dog bowl where we're going to want to overstack something because you don't need the nuts. We talk about this every week.
Yep.
Same kind of thing. And then, so what's Elijah Higgins' ADP? The problem is that his ADP is fake because ETR projected him very high as of today. So he's going way ahead of where his ADP actually is.
Yep.
He's probably going after Kmet. It's probably going to be Pitts, Schultz, Kmet, Higgins, Kmet.
You take all those guys over Ertz?
Yeah.
Really?
We already have Terry too.
Oh, okay. You're just saying for our team.
Yeah, I think they're also. I don't know. I would want to be pretty even on them on that tier. I think it's kind of flat.
Yeah, look at there it goes. Ertz, 4.1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he have? Yeah, he has Jaden Daniels, so that makes sense.
Any consideration here? What's the proper pick here with Olave? If we liked him this week, with him getting that hamstring injury today in practice, is it even worth taking in the 4th round just in case he doesn't play?
I would wait. We could push it.
Okay.
Do you guys like any of these running backs? Because like I said, it gets pretty thin after this.
I think ETN is a sneaky play.
I agree with you.
Really?
He's going to get a lot of opportunities, and Doug Peterson does not want Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's a good pick, so I'm picking him. Travis says, missed the Goobers last night. Doesn't hit the same as the Thursday pack.
Oh, well, as you may or may not know, Travis, Gumby and I are both huge Giants fans, so it wouldn't have been – I mean, if you saw my Garrett Wilson rant last week, it would have been 1,000 times worse for 3 hours, and I didn't want to subject you guys to that sort of pain.
Yeah.
But we're good now. Shake it off.
So something that's interesting, Crutches goes Travis Kelce, and he was bragging in the Discord this week about how he's gonna push down Travis Kelce's projection, how it's not real. Seems like a liar. I don't know.
Wow, he totally stacked that game. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Rice.
Yeah. I don't hate it, though. I get it.
I don't know.
The thing in the dog bowls, too, especially in these sharp lobbies, is that Mahomes falls a lot if you take, like, Kelsey or Rice and, like, they're on the other side of the board or whatever. So it is a good idea to push Mahomes there.
Yeah, it's just that game against the Chargers. I mean, would we be
Not going
surprised?
to be that high scoring?
Would we? I mean, especially if Herbert doesn't play or if he's hobbled, which he will be if he does play. Do we really expect the Chiefs, the way they're playing, to put up more than 20 points and still comfortably win the game?
The Chiefs could always put up more than 20 points.
Not this decade.
I'm not worried. I think they're
I feel like their offense has been solid. It's just, I mean, it's not the same as the Tyreek Hill offense, you know?
Nothing is. And Meatwad said he does have some ETN in the 6-man. I think that's a great last round scroll down where he's going to be drafted less than 50% of the time. And if he does hit, man, you're going to be happy to have him.
Anyone want Kareem Hunt as a scroll down? Back in KC?
I'd rather have Steele.
Give it a couple weeks. We'll change your mind on that one.
So
I just can't believe Kareem Hunt's still playing football.
Oh,
I mean, you know, I love the old running backs.
You do.
20, 27, 28 and up running backs. Aaron Jones, Kamara.
Do you guys think A.J. Brown has
Sorry, say that again?
Do you guys think A.J. Brown has a chance to play this week?
I don't think so, right? Doesn't sound like it.
He's not going to play.
I would put it at like 30%.
I'd say less than that.
With Giants fan 2, welcome. Couldn't figure out why it was so hard to score a touchdown. Yeah, well, it's because we never wanted to go for fourth down. It was 4th and 3.
Yeah, Babel soft.
Here's the problem, Snacks, with the Giants offense. And I was talking about this with Gumby earlier. Dable never trusted Daniel Jones. So especially in the red zone, he's not going to want to throw the ball. And the way Devin Singletary looked yesterday, putrid. So like 4th and 3 on the goal, he's not going to want to throw it with Jones. He can't run it with Singletary.
No, he should have gone for it.
No, he should have.
100%.
I agree. But he just doesn't have I think he's coaching this year more for his job security than he was in years past, where it was like
Dan Campbell was laughing at the Giants. Dan Campbell was laughing, not going 4th and 3 from the 5-yard line.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the best part is he said it was a tight game, low scoring. Can't gotta take the points. No, you get to the 3-yard line. That's when you need to score a touchdown in a low scoring game. I don't want to get started.
We can't.
Meatwad said Dark Sheep took Taysom. My 9% feels validated. Yeah, it's a good pick. I enjoyed the Wilson rant. I hear, although hard to stream when the squad is on. Hurry back, neighbors. I've got a good amount of ETN this week, most in the dog bowl.
We're on the clock, by the way.
Higgins here?
Higgins, yeah, he's got to be the pick with Kyler.
Oh, this is so nasty. I feel like I need to take a shower after making that pick.
These 12-mans get gross real fast.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
This way. There's not even bye weeks yet, so it gets way grosser.
I know.
That is a good point.
It's way grosser.
But yeah, to talk about what Travis said, hard to stream when the squad is on. Hurry back, neighbors. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. It didn't look like it was that bad of a hit when I first saw it. I didn't really know what he hurt, and then you kind of see it on the replay. It just landed on his head.
I think he got knocked out. To be honest,
I think it looked like it because he wasn't moving there for a couple seconds after he landed.
So was Neighbors going to have like a Jamar Chase rookie season, and then next year or like maybe a few years down the road, Brian's going to say, this kid's not that good. Yeah, he only had 1,800 yards and 15 touchdowns.
No, because Neighbors is vital to that offense. Chase.
Oh, Chase isn't.
There's games where Chase could have like 3 or 4 targets and they'd still win comfortably. The Giants
we're on deck here, and we need a receiver.
0-3.
Dunze.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yep, I'm good with that. Good scroll down.
That is a good scroll down. I got to tell you, I'm becoming more funny. I'm going to say a stock term. I'm becoming more bullish on the Bears offense as opposed to bearish, which is the little funny inside joke. The way their schedule lines up over the next couple of weeks, they're playing like 5 of the 7 worst defenses in the league. And if Caleb gets a little bit better and we find out who his true one is, like, it could be a Dunze after what he did last week.
It might be.
We don't know. And if you can get him as a last round scroll down in a 12-man, seems like potential good value.
Yeah. This wide receiver rookie class is so good, man.
It really is.
Who's going to be next year? BBM, holding your feet to the fire. Who's the first wide receiver off the board from the rookie class this year?
I mean, I think it has to be Neighbors right now, right?
I think it depends. I would probably guess Neighbors because I assume the Giants upgrade quarterback. But if it's still Jones, it's probably going to be Harrison.
I
But
mean,
if
there were a lot of people in the NFL, like GMs, coaches, that like Neighbors more than Marvin Harrison. Like, this wasn't a slam dunk. Like, oh, Marvin Harrison is clearly better than Neighbors. Like, coming out of college, like there were people who were split. Like, it's not.
That's true.
Yeah,
It felt
it's
like
not shocking.
It did feel like, though, that the Cardinals were never not going to take Marv.
I agree. Yeah.
Shador to Neighbors will feed families. That's true.
Oh, I hope so. You think Shador? That's a whole nother. We'll get into that another time. But Shador Sanders, like, there's going to be a lot of interesting thoughts on who they think the QB1 is going to be next year. I don't really know how I feel about that yet, to be honest. I have to watch him play more before I can form an educated opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we all are like, oh, character concerns, like maybe he's not a good teammate, but like then you watch his highlights and you're like, someone's gonna pick him in the first round, like.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go top 10.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But is it gonna be a good pick in the top 10 or a bad pick in the top 10?
We'll let you know in 2 years.
That's the question. Yeah.
Also, I had this take that Daniel Jones, if he was picked where he should have been picked in like 20, like it would have been. Like, no one would care. Like, it'd be like, yeah, Jones, average quarterback, whatever. Or, like, who cares?
Right.
Because he was picked 6 and reached so far, like, it's just so exaggerated. Like, everything.
Well, I mean, it's because he plays in New York, too. I mean, it's a combination of all of that, you know?
Jordan said he's going top 10.
Yeah, sure. He's definitely going top 10.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, no. He's.
Oh, that wasn't a hot take at all.
Okay.
Very cold. Maybe lukewarm.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I guess, well, now I should, now the Giants are dead, so maybe I should start looking at it.
It's just that he's going to take 7 sacks in week 1 of his first NFL game, and then he's just going to blame his entire offensive line, which he already did in Colorado, and it's just going to go very poorly. Like, he better go to a market that's, like, very small and has, like, 4 media members, because he's going to get swallowed up.
So we have the 4 pick, which if you guys missed the beginning of this stream, 4, 5, and 6 are the best spots to draft from this week. So who do you guys want to take here with the 4 spot?
I'm fine to go with Nico. Yeah.
We haven't been able to get any because he's going early now.
If we can get Nico and Bijan, 6 start to the team.
You don't like Bijan?
I like when I say I don't like a player, it's season long. Week to week, I go from player to player like there's no tomorrow. I wouldn't draft Bijan in a BBM because he doesn't score, but I think he could.
Bijan goes, Chase goes, Harrison goes, Rice. So we're on the clock. The same tier running backs again. You guys have a preference? My stuff says Mason, but Kyron.
Mason's who I have the most exposure to as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad the ball knowers and projection bros are in agreement here. It's a nice start to today.
That's why I did a bajillion drafts this week.
So what do you guys think about? I wish it's hard to see. Who do you think is most likely to finish as the optimal receiver from this group here?
Nico.
Anthony.
I think either Nico or Chase.
Okay, yeah. I guess projection. The ball knowers no ball. How over the field are you going to get on Najee? I don't know if I'm going to get over the field. Well, it depends because like he's not getting drafted, so it depends what you consider over the field. I'll probably try to have like 15% Najee.
Sounds about right.
Here.
Diggs, baby.
Diggs, yeah.
So like double stack Texans? Okay. So
pretty late for him.
Do we have to go Stroud then? Like, it's mandatory, right?
It is mandatory. You will have detention if you don't go Stroud.
It's true. Potential expulsion as well.
Yeah.
To Rick, when you're talking about over the field on Najee, are you referring in a 6-man draft or a 12-man team?
Well, he's referring to the 6-mans, I think. Okay. But like over the field, like so 17% is like because 1 out of 6 is like
1 out of 6
that's the field. So like if you had 17%, that's like with the field at the field. Over that is obviously more.
But it's tough because he's not getting drafted. So it's like if you have 10% of him, you're still probably above over the field because he's not getting drafted in most of the drafts.
For sure. So it's up to you guys if you want to try and push Stroud. The problem is if we don't get Stroud,
team's dust. Yeah.
So, team, just get your stacks.
Yep, got to do it. Can't risk it.
I'm fine with that. Yep.
We can take Kelsey. Crutches on Kelsey, so that means he must be good, right?
Not this week. He's not.
Get Stroud.
I like some of the running backs that are going to fall to us as well.
The Sims really liked. I don't know if we talked about this. The Sims like double stacks, Houston double stacks. That was like the only team where like they were consistently showing up in the top like 500 lineups. Double stack Houston.
If that happens, I'm gonna be so happy with my Tuesday call before when you asked me who to get for which position.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach Moss. That's kind of a little bit out of left field, no?
That's a scroll down. I like it.
I don't know if I
wouldn't do
I wouldn't do it in the
22.
fourth round, but that's all right.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild to take Zach Moss over Brandon Ayuk, but that's fine.
Oh,
yeah, Taylor's fallen, man.
Hopefully Aaron Jones says, "Come on, baby." I'll take Brian Robinson too.
B-Rob
He's there.
a lot.
I like Jones a little more.
Yeah, I got a lot of Aaron Jones. I mean, we could do it again, but
I have 22% Aaron Jones.
How much do you got on B-Rob? Yeah.
12.7.
You want to diversify?
It's up to you. Who do you like more, Eric?
My stuff likes Jones, but it's like the same. 29 versus 31.
Anthony, break the tie.
Let's go B-Rob.
I like it.
Gonna diversify a little bit.
And then we need a tight end. So we can take Kittle. We have Mason, but like I said, I don't really care that much with tight end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could take Taysom Hill.
I was just about to say that.
I don't understand the fascination.
If Kamara doesn't play, he's their running back one. It's not going to be Jamal Williams.
And he's a goal line guy. He can score a touchdown, which, I mean, just think, it's the tight end position. If Taysom Hill gets 3 points,
how many carries do you think he's actually getting if Kamara's out?
6 or 7.
Wow, you're RB1. 6 carries. Nice. Best of luck.
For the tight end, that's elite production.
I mean, we can do Kittle if you guys want.
Kittle seems to be like the tier of his own here.
Elijah Higgins bring back. You guys want the Elijah Higgins bring back?
No, thank you.
Or we could do, if we want the game stack, we could do Brenton Strange.
Ooh, that's actually an interesting call. I think I'll take that.
Okay. You okay with that, Anthony?
I guess I have to be.
I mean, we're going in on the game, and Brenton Strange has already caught touchdowns, and Trevor Lawrence is looking his way. Like in the tight end, all you want is a touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay.
6, and 5 targets.
Anthony's in physical pain right now.
I really like that pick. Great scroll down. Thank you, Eric.
Drafted Brenton Strange over George Kittle. All right, let's leave that draft immediately. Do another BR, then maybe a dog bowl after this if you guys want.
I'm done.
Elite stuff. I agree. Meatwad.
We should maybe ask the audience here. Is there a specific tournament that you guys enjoy us drafting more than another? Like, do you like the 6-mans? Do you like the 12-mans? What do you guys find most entertaining and interesting for your perspective? Be interested to know.
Yeah, that's a good point. And if you guys want, we could do, so they have like the early slate and the late slate too, with like just the 1 o'clock games, just the 4 o'clock games. We could do those too. I don't usually do any of those.
That's exciting.
2 girls, 1 cup.
I feel like I know this.
That's funny. That's funny.
What was that?
2 girls, 1 cup. That's an elite fantasy name. If you ever get Tua and Cooper Kupp on your team, that is funny.
Pete in the draft again. Pete's trying to snipe us here.
And while we wait for the draft to start, if you guys are enjoying the content and you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to help out the channel grow. Leave a like on the video if you're enjoying what you're seeing. We really enjoy having you guys here. It makes the streams a lot more fun for us. All right, so 2 girls on the clock.
Don't forget the 1 cup.
I do more 6-man, so prefer that, but not going to poo-poo dog bowl. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that's most people. People like the dog bowls. It gets a wider player pool. You get to discuss more players. So,
yes, Ghost. That's a great question. Wasn't Anthony into punt the tight end last week? We gave him a soliloquy for he talked about it for a couple minutes. Now he's scoffing at Higgins and Brenton Strange, who I'm a flip flopper. I don't care. I'll make the pick and we'll talk.
I told you guys I have Skip Bayless disease. I can't remember what I saw in the last stream.
I'm good with Jefferson. Just to diversify.
Yeah, that's fine. I think like when I start doing these drafts, like I might just be taking Nico at like 3, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Mix it up, but I like the dog bowl so I can see the board for when I draft. Yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
Because like because like the dog bowls are $25, so it's like you don't want to like hop in without like any sense of what's going on. Whereas like these are 5, like you can do 5 and it doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of like a mock draft where you have nothing on the line.
Right, yeah. Pete goes Bijan and Marv.
Oh, I don't like this next pick. He's going to go Mason. Oh, Kyron's still there. Okay.
We have a lot of Mason already. We want to diversify a little bit
this week to begin with. Do we want Mason again?
But he falls to us.
Hard to say no.
It's so hard to say no, so I'm going to say yes.
But you talked about that a little bit too, didn't you, Eric? Where the guys that have been successful in recent weeks, they'll just, or wasn't it, who was it you were talking about that goes like 75%? One guy, like they just don't care. They just say fucking and they go 75% whoever they want.
Yeah, that's Awen. He's a different breed. I don't have that in me.
Maybe that's the way to go.
If there's a guy that you like, you have to stand with conviction on him and just if he keeps falling to you at a good value, I would take him. I would take him.
And we got him at ADP.
Well, I guess we got him better than ADP.
Yeah, in week 2, I think it was week 2, A1 won the early slate and the late slate, and then he won or got like second place in the primetime Palooza, and then like 5th place in the main. It was unbelievable.
Wow, that's what you got to do though. Sometimes you just got to shoot your shot on the guys you like. Good football players.
Yeah, I don't know. So we got 2 girls, 1 cup, followed by Dark, and it's our pick. Some elite names in here.
Yeah.
So right now
I like all 3 available options that we're going to have here.
What are those?
Goddard, Kamara, Diggs.
I'd probably lean Diggs personally, but
okay, I'm good with either.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kamara's way past ADP.
Kamara's a good value, yeah. But we're not going to get Diggs on the bring back.
Actually questionable too, which is concerning.
We'll take Diggs. It's fine. Maybe that's part of the reason why Kamara's falling.
That's definitely why he's falling. He was going 5th or 6th.
Yeah. So to your point, Eric, or I guess the opposite of your point a little bit, that would be bad closing line value.
Right, exactly, because he's going to keep falling. Yeah. It depends, though, because here's the thing. If he gets ruled in on Saturday, it could be good closing line value. If he gets ruled in on Sunday, it's bad. If he gets ruled out anytime, it's bad. So it's kind of playing the game where kind of matters, but kind of doesn't.
Yeah. So 2 wide receivers, 1 running back to start. We'll see. Is there a position you guys are targeting here on the bring back?
Let's see what we got. We can. Who has Nico? We can push Stroud because Nico's on the backside of us.
I like Deontay.
Yeah, we got none of him so far.
We already have 2 receivers, and I do like Taylor too.
Yeah,
I'll do Taylor this draft if you want it.
2 running back, bro.
You're a 2 running back, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, Taylor's the pick then. Now you see why I have 25% Taylor.
Is Garrett Wilson last week's Malik Neighbors?
I don't understand. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Malik Neighbors actually scores.
I think I know what he's saying. Like a guy that you're going to get a receiver in the 5th round who maybe the productions don't love, and then he just has this huge game because you were getting Neighbors 5th round last week, right?
Oh, good God, no, Rick! Don't do that to yourself, man. He's going to be shadowed by Patrick Surtain, and Patrick Surtain shut down every number 1 receiver he's played against. And those receivers that he's played against have actually scored significant fantasy points in their career. Please don't pick Garrett Wilson. I've done a bajillion drafts this week, and I don't care how stupid it is. Goose egg on Garrett Wilson, and I am proud of it.
Take your stance. Take your 0%.
I do.
No, I'm actually serious. That's the way to do it. Instead of taking 1% of someone, I'll just take 0.
Yep. The guy that went low drafted last week, and everyone was scared by the defense and balled out. Yeah, the problem is Garrett Wilson does not, in quote, ball out.
30% target share of his entire career, but he's 10 fantasy points.
I mean, he scored a touchdown last week and he had 12 points. That's his upside. That's his ceiling. We watched it.
There he goes. He went after Michael Wilson.
I like Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah, the projections love Stroud, so we're going to love Stroud too.
We love Stroud on Tuesday for anyone that was here.
The people just love the Garrett Wilson rants, man.
I don't know. I don't bring it up. I don't expect to talk about it, but it just bothers me that
you might be single-handedly tanking his stock price.
That's true.
Good.
Garrett Wilson's shares are in the toilet.
But the problem is, I'm not saying anything that's wrong. I'm just pointing out where he finished the last 2 years and where he is after week 3. And you know what? After week 3, he's going to be lower than wide receiver 32.
So we need a tight end next. Any of these guys standing out? I probably would just pick someone from the queue, and that's probably it. Maybe Fryermuth. We could do a double stack with Schultz. We don't need to. And I used to be like Komet.
We don't like Ertz? Come on.
Ertz is fine.
Garrett Wilson's a goat.
Garrett Wilson is a goat. And you know who like goats? Sheep. And you know who sheep are? The people that draft Garrett Wilson when he doesn't score fantasy points.
Oh, man. I can't wait.
Hot and sweaty, and that's not good for anyone.
I can't wait for the week he goes off. It's going to be awesome.
In what, 2 decades? And what's going off?
When they draft Shador.
Points? What?
When they draft Shador. The Jets and the Giants are going to share him.
Oh, boy.
He doesn't have to go far. He just plays in the same stadium. They could do it.
Yeah.
True.
Ertz he's not a sexy pick. He only gets like 4 targets a game, but it's fine.
Yeah, but it was either that or Fryermuth. Or Higgins again. Good Lord.
Let's do we got 7 for the dog bowl. We'll come back to this. Let's do an early. Do you guys want to do early or late slate?
I'm good with either. I haven't done any of these, so this would be fun and a first time for us, but I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do the early first. I don't know. The late one might not even fill. We need 4. Need 4 to fill. I'll hop in a dog bowl and see if that fills quicker, and I'll hop in a late and see if that fills quicker. Whatever.
This is interesting. See the board from a totally different view.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you know how like in your house you're having dinner and you always have dinner in the same spot, and then you go sit at a different spot on the table and it looks like a totally different house. Like that's what this feels like to me right now.
It's true.
What a lovely board this is.
And we need 2 for the late slate.
We're still on the early.
Yeah, he's doing multiple and just leaving the others.
See whichever one fills first. Does anything stand out that's different from the regular ones here? Jonathan Taylor pushed up. Holy shit.
Jonathan Taylor pushed up. Nico is still below. He's still wide receiver 3 on the board. Diggs is good value.
Yeah, still good value.
Where's Stroud going?
Stroud.
QB2. That's interesting. Yeah, so that's a change from the main slate.
Need 3 for the early. Need 2 for the late if anyone wants to join.
And if you guys are either enjoying the content and want to help out the channel grow, please make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're unsubscribed. Really appreciate the support. And we talk a lot about the Sims on this specific episode after all the projections are out. If you do want to check out the projections and the Sims that Gumby runs, Gumbysims.streamlit.app. It's also the first link in the description below. Make sure you check that out. Promo code launch for the first 2 weeks free. Very valuable tool. Basically at no risk to you for the first couple weeks. It's a great tool to really help step up, and it'll teach you guys to not draft somebody like Garrett Wilson. So we always want to get better.
Yeah, so still need 4 for the late. Oh, someone left this one. And needs 6.
Well,
I'm assuming the dog bowl is probably going to fill first. Just because
I would assume so.
You're a quitter. The person that left. You are a quitter.
It was definitely 201 cups.
Two a girl.
So
that's the best name I've seen so far.
We'll go through my exposures just while we're actually let's go through our best ball teams. See who drafted.
Yeah, so for those that didn't know, when we started this channel, so Anthony and I are redraft and dynasty bros turned attempted best ball bros. So Gumby, when we started the channel, was really just trying to educate us on a new way to play fantasy. So when we first started the channel, it was about drafting the best or attempted best BBM teams.
So this is the only team we did 5 drafts. This is the only team we currently have advancing, which is fine. It's over expectation. Still looks pretty good. We'll do week 4. Do we have anyone play yet? Tyron Tracy,
RB1,
and Theo Johnson. Yikes! At least we had Kittleback. Kittleback is actually a big bump for us.
It is.
McMillan's doubtful though. Not great. Cup out. We got this team's getting hit hard by injuries, but hopefully they come back.
It is. We'll see.
Need one for the dog bowl, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't do any BBMs, but I did do what's that called? Like the Schnauzer tournament
Mini
or whatever
Schnauzer.
it was. Mini Schnauzer. I drafted 5 teams. 4 of them are number 1, and one of them is number 3. So feeling pretty good about that team so far. If it gets, as the season progresses, if it's still like a top 2 team, I'll walk through some of the players.
This Jameis Winston pick is actually not looking bad, which is shocking.
Yeah, buddy.
Pick. I was very against that.
Yeah, buddy. We love Jameis.
Honestly, this team's not bad.
Yeah, we got to get Jordan Love back.
Overall scoring in BBM, no big deal. I didn't know you were a best ball guy, Nick.
Oh, Nick. Yeah, Nick, you got to share some of the secrets you use, because clearly whatever you're doing makes sense and is working. But JMC, GM, yes, this is a Goober stream indeed.
Welcome.
Congrats for finishing on 6th in the Dog Bowl.
It's mean.
It's still, in all sincerity, it is impressive to still come in top 6 with how many people enter those things.
So this is Nick's team in 26th.
Ooh, Deshaun. Ooh, Jones. Saquon, Cook, Singletary.
Running backs look good. Yeah, Barkley, Cook, Charbonnet.
Tyreek is a little scary. Neighbors is great. Adunze is good. Hopkins won the.
Wandale, nice.
Wandale, loved him this season. Yeah, it's a good team. Ferguson's going to be great, too.
Fergie and Freiermuth, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sharp people were on Ferguson. McCaffrey got 6th in Primetime Palooza. Yes, good work. Very nice.
Nice. Good job, JMC.
So we're on the clock here. This is pretty easy, Nico, for me.
Yeah.
When the highest wide receiver falls to you, you take them.
Yeah, I mean, Texans wide receivers. We've been on them since Tuesday for those that weren't here.
Yeah, I'd love to get Stroud, too. That would be very nice.
I mean, I'd be surprised if Stroud went. If somebody takes him without Nico, unless they do like a Diggs Stroud double, like, 1-2 turn. It's possible. We'll see.
Yeah, so I feel like I would say probably the teardrop is probably after Mason to me.
I agree. When Goddard starts showing up as a player to pick, not that I don't like Goddard, but it's definitely a tier break.
Yeah.
Which means that we may want to consider taking Stroud in the 2nd round just to shore up the stack if he falls that far.
We could also just pray we get Diggs to fall and go for a double stack, and then we can really push him. Yeah,
that's true. No one's going to want to. Stroud's not one of those guys that you want to just go naked with.
Yeah.
In any sense.
Have you guys been doing any of the primetime slates? Like the 2 gamers or 3 gamers?
I didn't do any this week.
I did 2 weeks ago. I had a pretty good team. It was just Ramondre just killed me, but I basically had the most optimal player for every other position, which was frustrating. So got my money and ran.
Yeah, a lot of people are very upset with like some of the team because like there was like a CD Lamb and Malik Neighbors team people were upset about. So like people are very upset about some of the drafts that people were getting. So I'm just wondering if you guys were playing it.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I mean, if you're getting those 2 receivers that should be going at the 1 and 2 spot on the same team, like no one has a chance to begin with.
Well, the problem is that the default rankings are quarterbacks like number 1 because they're projected for the most. So like some people just take quarterbacks and don't know what they're doing, which like I get. Like you have to allow people to be bad drafters, otherwise no one would have an edge in this game. Lamb Chase was me. People equal Crutches. Yeah, Crutches was very upset. He was tilting yesterday.
Yeah, you spend all that time doing God knows how many drafts only to have a Lamb Chase stack that nobody would have.
Bunch of whiny bitches in the streets. Yeah, no, here's the thing. Like, I was arguing a little bit about this today where, like, having, like, a lineup like that where you get, like, 2 of the top projected players on the slate, like, it doesn't really change everyone's EV that much, like, expected value that much. Just because, like, that team has, 1% win equity, where it's, like, not going to change anything too drastically. It just makes that person's portfolio a lot better.
Yeah, and Meatwad said that it tilted him a little bit because he had James Cook and Jamar on Monday night, but that was thrown out because someone started with Zach Moss and Burrow. So yeah, that's the difference with these things. It's a little subjective inherently when Underdog decides to be God and like judge, jury, executioner. So you just got to hope that your team doesn't get thrown out.
Ayuk here. For me, it's either Ayuk or Godwin.
If it's between those two, I would go Ayuk.
Yeah, me too.
Don't like Godwin this week. You guys really don't like Godwin, actually. That like
Hating
every time I
Godwin.
bring him up, you're like, nope, not him. Anyone but him.
Let's see if I have any Godwin. I don't think I do.
I see. The thing with Godwin is I loved him when we were getting him like in the initial couple of weeks. We were getting him like 4th round, 5th round. Now that he's being pushed up to like mid 2, I don't know. I'm a lot more hesitant.
I have 9% Godwin this week, and I think all of those teams that I drafted with was just like he fell to the 4th round, so it was just like you have to take him at that point. But I'm not excited about it.
JMC, Goobers better hit the NBA daily streets. See, like, here's the thing. Like, I don't know, because like I'll be playing NBA. Obviously, that's my game. But like, it's not that interesting to watch me draft NBA because I just auto draft. I mean,
I disagree. When I can, if I can find the Garrett Wilson of like the Mikal Bridges of next year and just go on rants about it every day, like I'm fine to do that.
If you would have ranted about Mikal Bridges last year, that would have been incredible content. Like, it really would have been so good,
and it would have been accurate. From what I understand.
Nick says it definitely sucks, but also PTPs are by far my most profitable format for 2 football seasons now, so I just accept it. Yeah, I think it's because they allow so many bad drafts that like so many teams are just paying the rake, and like there's so many like legitimately bad teams being drafted that it's hard to not be profitable.
It's true.
I just don't want to tilt, and so I just don't really play it that much.
Do we want Stroud?
To me, it's probably Stroud.
Taylor just went. No, Taylor just went. I thought Taylor was still.
I think we should do Jacobs or Najee here, and then try to push Stroud.
I would rather go.
I know you love Najee this week.
Fine, break the tie, Eric.
Najee's just
don't want to get boxed out. I just don't like getting boxed out at running back. We'll do Jacobs.
No, I know. The question was Jacobs or Najee.
Oh, okay.
You made the right pick. Thank you.
KDOT and annual explosion. The Sims for the dog bowl love Josh Jacobs, so that's
they do
my tiebreaker. I don't really know why. That's something I can't really explain.
He might score a touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. Run Good Rick says KDOT annual explosion game loading. That is definitely possible.
Has Chuba Hubbard been drafted yet? Because if not, that is a crime against all humanity.
No.
Oh my goodness! Cue that man up immediately.
Cue that man up.
I'll take him over Najee.
Would you?
Yes.
Ooh,
he's bad.
Najee, dude, against Indy has like the worst run defense in the league.
No, we're not going to get him. So good.
This guy might take Stroud because he has Diggs. This is kind of what I was worried about when I was.
So here's my question: if Najee doesn't do well this week against Indianapolis, who is getting killed by everybody on the ground, are we finally off the Najee train, and can we put it to bed forever and ever?
No, because if he plays against Washington, I'll like him then too.
he'll every week he'll get projectable volume, especially when Jalen Warren's not playing.
That's all it is. Stroud does go. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's all right.
But it's fine. We can take Darnold. Oh no, we don't have Jefferson. Who do we have? Sorry, I saw Jefferson where Nico was supposed to be.
Amari Cooper.
We could go Purdy.
Or pick JMC.
That is an interesting pick. Deontay still there?
No, he's going like the 2nd round.
Really? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Wow. Who would have said that a couple weeks ago? That Deontay Johnson would be going 23 overall.
You said it, Anthony.
I did.
Sneaky
2 weeks ago. You said you liked Deontay.
Well, I said if he gets I'm saying before we knew that Dalton was.
I know. But you called the breakout.
Oh, yeah, because Deontay's good. Dalton's way better than Bryce Young.
Good football players.
That's a great comment from Meatwad. Sneaky Mikal Bridges, energy to Najee. I just wish you guys understood. Like, I can't explain in words like how the Mikal Bridges thing was last year. Like, it really, like, you had to be there.
They just projected him as like a top 10 pick, and he just produced like Garrett Wilson every week.
Every single week. Like, he had the most clear projectable volume in the world because like the Nets had no one on their team, and he would just do nothing. It would be like, oh, Cam Johnson's going to score this game, or who was their center? Nick Claxton would score this game. It was crazy.
I do feel like I've started a little bit of a trend here with like some of the podcasts that I listen to have now been saying like, oh, is Garrett Wilson actually the guy? Or Patrick Mahomes and CJ Stroud, good quarterbacks, not elite fantasy scores. I feel like I kind of started something with Garrett Wilson with this little podcast.
Started the movement?
Maybe. Started it. We're the true market makers.
Yeah.
We're evaluating what players actually do.
No, you did. I mean, Mahomes and Garrett Wilson shares have gone down drastically.
They have
in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's the talk on Wall Street.
Are you manipulating the market? Are you buying puts?
A little bit, but I'm also buying a lot of Mahomes this week. No, I'm kidding. Haven't drafted him once.
Question is, who are we pumping and dumping here?
It was generational work by fading Mikhail and the robots just smashing him every night. Yeah, I was the robots. I was smashing him every night.
Well, you're just a sim guy. Oh, Hubbard goes. Mother.
I eventually got off of him, though. As soon as the projections stopped projecting him well, that's when I got off of him.
I got to tell you, I do like Drake London.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. So in this slate, right? So obviously this is just early games. Are we more apt to go with the 3 wide receiver?
It's all.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
I like London this week.
Yeah, I agree. London is a good pick there. And that
London is one of my...
All right, so we're going 3 wide receiver build.
Which is good because you don't really like that, Eric.
I think it's more viable in dog bowls and 12-mans. Just because look how kind of like thin running back gets.
Yeah, I mean, I love my guy Dobbins, but KC is going to lock him up.
They are, especially if Herbert doesn't wind up playing.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a quarterback preference? I know I said Anthony Richardson.
No.
Oof,
we could still do like a back with a tight end too.
Why don't we Purdy with Ayuk?
How many points do you think you're going to have?
I mean, I think we did that once already, right?
I'm also with naked Fields.
Yeah, welcome to the party. Woo woo. The
robots like Fields.
I do, dude. Indy's run defense is like bottom 3 in the league. If Fields has to run, he's going to be able to run. It's a nasty team. It won't project well, but it could score well, which is what we really
wait. Let's play a fun game. How many points does ETR have Patrick Mahomes?
How many what?
How many points is ETR projecting Mahomes for?
16.
No, 18.
18.2. And what about Fields?
17.4.
What'd you say, Brian?
16.7.
17.1.
I said 17.4. Yeah.
See you, Nick. Peace out.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for stopping by.
That's true. That is interesting.
I'm good with it.
Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, this is the week for it. If you're ever going to take Fields, let's just do it. Why not? We'll appease Brian. We'll see how it goes. If it goes poorly, we're never doing it again.
if we qualify with this team, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Like, it's just over for me.
If we qualify with this team, I'm the one that's going to Austin.
Noah,
what's
welcome.
Up, Noah?
How you doing?
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Do we want to do Fire Mute too?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
What JMC wants to know? JMC.
Oh, it's got to be low. I'm going to say 16.2.
The owner's going to be mad at me for dropping these. He's 15.6.
Wow, that's very low. Very low.
He hasn't done anything to make it.
Oh no, I agree.
Scary.
That's just very, very low for a guy that has a lot of rushing upside. Like you would think that's like a pocket passer projection.
He hasn't really rushed that much this year. They really seem to be either limiting him or he's inherently limiting himself.
I mean, maybe could it be
3,
that he's just bad?
Maybe that's what I said. We're only drafting good football players on this stream from now on.
I mean, that could be the answer to the mystery. He might just be bad.
That's what I said.
You might. Yeah, good football players like Justin Fields, notorious.
Yes. Justin Fields, top 5 quarterback when he played a full season 2 years ago.
Oh, in fantasy. His scramble rate has been pretty low compared to what you would think. Well, that's not good. I don't know why they would do that to him.
I agree. We just saw it. He rushed 1, 2, and 3 times the last 3 weeks. Like that, you draft him for 7 or 8 rushing attempts, not 1 or 2. Like you don't draft him for his passing upside.
That was
God, no, you don't.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a fine pick. Like he can't be this bad, right?
Yeah.
They're
I don't think
chasing
he's
points.
this bad. I think the Jaguars organization is this bad, though.
So this Rich Rebar tweeted, Anthony Richardson has a 7.3 scramble rate when pressured, which is 28th in the NFL since last year.
Wow.
Lower than Rodgers and Goff.
Oof. And Goff is a statue back there, so that is really saying something.
And
This
Rodgers
a
is
great
40.
trend right here. Richardson had 23 passing points this season. Andy Dalton had 24 last week.
That's sickening. So we're on the clock in 2 more picks. We need to fill out the tight end position. Looks like Freiermuth, he will fall to us, which is great. Well, I don't know. Is that great? It's there. It stacks. That's what it is. It stacks.
Yeah, it's a stack. Just need a touchdown. He has no touchdowns yet, so.
I mean, for a 12-man,
Fields only has thrown 1, right? I think Fields only has 1 passing touchdown. I think so.
Yeah, to Calvin Austin last week.
Oh yeah.
55-yard, beautiful.
Maybe he has 2. He might have 2.
If that gets there in week 17, I'm going to be sick.
Yeah, I know. Because if you go back and watch any of the first 5 videos we put out,
let's do one more dog bowl. You guys go with that?
I'm good with one more.
Need 2 if anyone wants to join up. Need 2 for the dog bowl.
I like the positions that we've been drafting in this stream. I don't think we've had any real like top 3 picks in these 12-mans, which is good. I prefer that.
Yeah.
Just the thought of Justin Fields just running for 150 yards against the Colts on Sunday, it just is getting me excited. I should have some more Fields. I don't even know if I have any of them in the 6-mans I've done. Oh, I have 5.5%. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's not getting drafted every time too, so it's a decent pick. I don't hate it.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to. Sometimes you got to do the uncomfortable thing to win it all.
Still need 1 for the dog bowl.
I don't know the last. Not sure. I don't know the last time we drafted with or against Meatwad.
Meatwad, maybe he's a phony.
Maybe.
It's hard to get in the 6-mans. That's the problem.
Yeah. Nice. 108. I like this spot. This seems like a good. This seems like we're just going to get the end of that top tier on the way back.
Yep.
If we can start, well, let's see who's in here before I say who I want. It doesn't look like anyone in the stream is in. So if we can somehow get Nico falling, but we could take. We would take Nico before he would get that far back.
Nico is not going to make it to us.
That is a shame.
Trey Tucker draftable. Ball knowers. What do you guys think?
I think so.
It's worth a I was going to say I think it's worth a stab.
I think so.
Trey Tucker.
He's explosive.
Trey Tucker's not a bad football player. He's fast and like Minshew has shown that he's okay kind of airing the ball out. So
holy shit, he had 9 targets last week?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I mean, Minshew in college was playing the air raid offense.
Where did he go to college?
I mean, Washington State.
What's their mascot?
Mike Leach was his coach. Cougars.
For anyone that missed the earlier part of the stream where I dropped a very cool fun fact about Anthony, he has an incredible ability to know the mascot for any D1 basketball or football school. So if you guys have any random schools that you don't think anyone's heard of that has a football or basketball team in D1, Anthony knows the mascot for them. It's pretty sick.
Give me D3.
No D3.
You hear that, Meatwad?
Yeah, no, I think Trey Tucker. What about Jacoby Myers? Would you rather have Trey Tucker at low ownership or Jacoby Myers?
Tucker.
I think Tucker's
really
a little bit more explosive.
Yeah.
I mean, Myers got 9 targets last week too, though. So, yeah. I mean, that's interesting right there. I guess. Yeah, that's very.
What about double stack with Minshew? Didn't we do that week 1?
I don't know if we did. Did we? It sounds like something I'd want to do. Meatwad said that the Spectrum Internet has him destined for the overflow lobbies every time he tries to join.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, Meatwad.
We did.
It's unfortunate.
James, GM. Yes, the gang is all here. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, is that a Phillies or an Eagles? That Jalen Hurts? Get him out of here.
Kindly see yourself out. Thank you. But make sure you subscribe first. We're on the clock. You guys like
Bijan fell all the way to 8. Wow.
Mason or Bijan? I personally like Bijan more.
Yeah, I'll take Bijan. So I'm just looking at the ETR projections, and they have Jacoby Myers projected 9.5 and Trey Tucker 7.4.
How much for Myers, you said?
7.4.
7.4 versus how much? I'm sorry.
9.5.
Wow.
Interesting.
See, that makes me want to take Myers now.
Yeah,
Wow,
it
we're
does.
turning Anthony into a projection, bro. I love it. McCaffrey.
What's the? I would be curious to know what's the ownership, like in dog ball. You know what I mean?
We can probably roughly estimate based on their ADP. Let's see. I think so. Jacoby Myers 35.9, probably gonna be drafted maybe like 25% of the time. I would say 20 maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. 20.
And then
Oh wow,
Trey
Trey
Tucker,
Tucker.
36,
Wow.
36, maybe like 5%, maybe lower.
All right, that makes me want to take Tucker then.
Yeah, it's all about who doesn't get drafted. That's how you really like separate yourself if they do well.
I'd
That's why I
rather.
said Xavier Leggett.
No, not a good football player.
You don't know
draft
that.
good football players.
He's played 2 games.
Yeah, I've seen enough.
Wow.
I would love if Diggs falls to us.
Trey Tucker 0% so far, probably 5% after swaps. Yeah, after swaps and since Devontae was rolled out. We're on the clock here.
I like Daniels.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not too early, right?
GD? No, we're good with that.
I'm fine with that. We can get some good wide receivers late.
So Jewish McCaffrey started Kamara and Bowers.
Interesting.
And
I don't
Lee.
think I would have taken Bowers there.
This guy Lee, he won 2 seats last year. He picks Kyron and Kyler to start.
It's a good start.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing more dog bowls when like buys are there, because I think people are going to be making more mistakes when there's less teams playing.
Meatwad
Yeah, I
plus
can't wait
1
to
for
see
week
the-
17 correlation.
True.
Can't
That's true.
wait to see the dog bulls when we get to bye weeks here. It's gonna be very ugly.
Yeah, makes it more fun.
I think I'm better at those. I feel like I'm better at identifying good like 4, 5, 6 round players than I am at like of the top 5 receivers who's going to be the one that is the most optimal for the week. That's personally.
So the thing is, like with projections, they get more fragile, like as you get like lower and lower. So like a 3 projection isn't that much different than like a 4.5, whereas like a 16 projection is a lot different than a 14.5. Like it's pretty significant. So that's where like knowing ball actually helps. Like when you can scroll down for someone that's like projected worse, but like really shouldn't be, because it's kind of all like such random inputs that low. Where it's like if you bump him from like a 9% target share to 11%, like his projection goes up by like 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have listened to some of the players that I've said or that we've said has been good value, it's like Zach Charbonnet last week. We said before the projections came out. Stephon Diggs, like now he's going in like the 2nd round in these 6-mans, but he was going in like the 4th or 5th round at the start of the week. More comfortable with those at least up into this point in the season, but hey, maybe that'll change.
Yeah, and Diggs projected well before Dell was even rolled out. What do you guys think about that? Did you expected that, Brian, right?
Yeah, I said on Tuesday that the Texans receivers in Stroud is my favorite value at this point in the draft on Tuesdays. So yeah, I mean, against Jacksonville, it's a hapless team that we just saw what they gave up last week on Monday night. So ride with the City defense.
I think your strategy is right, where like you're doing a lot of your drafts before projections come out, just because like I think you have a pretty good feel of like who's going to rise and who's going to fall, and that definitely helps a lot.
I said the same thing about Najee too. Najee's an ugly player, but with opportunity against a bad defense, bad rushing defense, he's going to project well.
So we're up in 2 picks. Any leans here?
Terry seems good. Terry seems good just with the Daniels stack.
Terry seems good.
Yeah.
Do we have a Terry?
We don't. I don't think
team? I think we have Ertz.
Oh,
we didn't take.
No, I thought
Terry.
we did have. No, you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I didn't.
Oh, we have him in BBM. I think that's probably what I'm thinking. I think we have him in BBM.
And here's the running backs if they interest us. Najee, Chuba.
Oh, Chuba, my love.
I'm good with that. I'll ride with that.
Chuba?
I don't know.
Unless you want Terry for the stack, but
Terry for this. We also don't have a wide receiver. I don't know how much more we push it.
I'm fine with stacking.
It's a
if you wanna
stack
do it.
and it's a positional scarcity.
Do Terry. I'm afraid that the Commanders are going to be stupid, and Cliff Kingsbury is going to be like, you know what? I think we let Jaden Daniels throw the ball too much last game. Let's.
He threw it 23 times.
I mean, like throw the ball deep. Throw the ball deep.
Oh,
You know what?
I mean,
we need to throw
even
some
if
more
he throws
bubble
it-
screens.
Even if he throws it short, it's still probably going to beat a McLaurin. Who else are they going to use? Zacchaeus? Come on, man.
That's true.
We could also queue up Higgins as the tight end to correlate with that game if you'd like. I feel like I'm getting better at this, like thinking through these picks and the teams and stuff.
Yeah, it takes some practice. Definitely takes some practice.
Tuna, what's up?
Welcome,
GM.
Tuna.
Tuna.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Garrett Wilson goes. Jewish McCaffrey takes Garrett Wilson.
Oh, JMC. Was that? I mean, if you were going to donate money, I have a Venmo. I could just send you a Venmo, and I would have drafted a much better team than this one's going to come out.
Chuba goes.
Oh, Chuba. Damn.
JMZ directly challenging Brian with a Garrett Wilson pick.
It's just disrespectful, man.
That's derogatory right there.
It's just disrespectful.
If Najee falls, are we going to argue about that for 30 seconds and then pick him, or what are we going to do?
No, we won't argue. We'll just pick him.
What about Debo?
He's not going to play.
I think he's more questionable than people think.
It's going to be Decoy Samuel.
The only That's actually funny. The only thing I'd be concerned about is that the game's at 4:00, so the swaps get pretty gross.
Yeah, no, you can't take that game last year. He played when he came back from injury. 0 targets, 0 rushes. Oh, Najee! God damn it!
Send me your.
I'll message you after the stream's over, JMC.
Debo isn't Higgins.
Yeah, I mean T. Higgins is the worst because he'll play the game and then he'll come out after 3 snaps.
So what do we want to do here?
Ugh.
ETN Dobbins probably the only running backs I'd take here. And then these wide receivers.
I like ETN.
Anthony, any thoughts?
Yeah.
But T. Higgins.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
do
we
that.
don't have any of him yet.
We already have ETN. Someone was saying on
I just
Twitter
don't like
that,
ETN that much.
someone was saying on Twitter that Higgins was he was targeted a couple times in the end zone and like looked better than his stat line was. So I don't know if that's true. Didn't watch the game, so
You didn't watch that game on Monday?
was it
a great
Monday?
game.
Did they play?
Yeah.
They played against the Commanders.
Oh yeah, I did watch that game. Okay, so there you go. I just don't know ball.
Clearly a memorable performance.
Well, I was
JMC.
the more memorable part was Jaden Daniels.
Wow, this guy takes Keenan Allen. That's quite interesting because I do not think he's playing, and it's only the 4th round.
Didn't he full practice though?
Did he? I don't think. Maybe he did.
Expected to play.
Oh, expected to play. All right, never mind. Well, he still sucks, and he's fat, and he's old, so it's still a bad pick.
Higgins told us to keep him on the bench. So we have Jaden Daniels, Bijan, McLaurin, and T. Higgins. We need a tight end and then a flex.
Well, you guys said you liked Mixon. I don't know if he's going to play.
That's fine. We get a swap.
It's a 1:00 game, so
Yeah, Keenan's in, yeah. But like I said, he's still old, fat, and slow. So the combination of those 3 things and the fact that somebody took him in the 4th round makes me not think it's a good pick.
Do you think Kamara is playing? It seems like his injuries are both like he has rib injury and a hip pointer, which are both pain management issues. I think he'll play through it, but
he'll
might
play.
not be as effective, and they might not play him as much as they normally would.
That's what it makes Taysom Hill at tight end intriguing in a way.
Yeah.
He gets 6 rushes, scores a touchdown, could be tight end 2 on the week.
That's true, and he can still catch the ball.
And throw it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think they trust Derek Carr, but also we have to remember that didn't they changed offensive coordinators, the Saints, not head
Clint
coach.
Kubiak, yeah, the guy who puts everyone in motion.
Yeah, the thing is, like Kubiak might not be a Taysom believer. We haven't
That's
seen the
fair.
same usage that he had last year and the year.
Yeah, he also hasn't been on the field as much because of his injury, so it's tough to know. But I mean, at this point, with in the 5th round of a 12-man tight end team, like, are you really expecting much from them, or not? Like potential opportunity? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Komet is falling a lot. I'm sure he'll get taken before us, though.
I do like Komet this week.
Are we going back to the well with Juwan Jennings this week? Any interest?
Not for me this week against New England. They're not going to have to. I think that game script is going to be they score early. Hopefully Mason. So we have a lot of him. I personally have a lot of him, and then they just try to run the clock out. Taysom and Shaheed week, yeah. Without Olave practicing, I mean, he got hurt. Didn't I believe Olave had a hamstring injury today in practice. So Taysom and Shaheed could be a sneaky double stack right there.
Dennis Allen called Taysom an all-time great or something like that. Yeah, Jennings one-hit wonder. I agree.
No,
Yeah.
Jennings hit in the Super Bowl last year. Can't be a one-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder.
He's just not going to get 40 again.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best game. That was I think I read something that last year, the game that he had last week was 78% of his total fantasy points last year in one game.
That is crazy.
We did say that Jennings was a sneaky pick.
Do we want to go Dobbins?
I mean, I love me some J.K. Dobbins,
I
but
know.
I just hate that matchup. Kansas City's so tough to run against KC.
What do we want to do here then?
I'd probably just go
Dunze again,
Dunze.
even though it's going to be 3 wide receiver, but
That's fine. Like I said, I don't mind it as much in the dog bowl.
yeah, right. A little bit
The
more
Dunze,
limited.
and then probably Higgins, I guess, just to correlate with
You
Daniels.
in the doghouse. Did you guys see the video going around on Twitter of him and
No, I didn't see.
him and Shanahan? Oh, I'll pull it up.
No, I don't. I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know anything unless you talk about it.
They were. It didn't look good. You can't really
Really?
tell what's going on.
Really?
They're not happy with each other.
I mean, he was in the doghouse a couple of years ago at the start of the year. I think it was like 2021, maybe 2022.
Anthony, you're going to pass up a guy better than Jonathan Taylor at 56.
Who's that?
Dobbins.
Oh, I didn't say he was better. I just said it's close, closer than people think.
Oh, hold on. I want to see this. Shanahan's a baller, or at least he thinks he is.
No, he is.
No, he is. Yeah.
Ayuk just looks like he's kind of
Yeah.
just checked out.
Well, he's
this
probably saying to him, "Jesus Christ, man, we paid you all this fucking money after you were bitching around, and now you've averaging 30 yards." I'd be
Also,
pissed too.
that guy in the background who threw that football might have been the most unathletic throw I've ever seen in my life.
I did see that.
Holy crap, that was bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look good though. Looks like
No.
pretty animated conversation.
Ugh.
We're on the clock. Next.
This is probably I really like Cole Kmet this week. I really think he's going to go
Me
off.
too.
I'm
Me
shocked
too.
he's falling.
But we have Rome. Is that bad?
No, it's fine. Like I said, tight end doesn't matter.
Okay.
Ayuk never beating the beta allegations. I think Kittle will dominate the Pats. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
As long as he
Yeah,
plays, yeah.
I have 22% Kittle.
Right here?
I'm good with Kmet. I have 22% Kittle in the drafts that I did largely at the beginning of the week. More as like a Q-tag play in the last round, but it seems like if he plays, it's fantastic value getting him in the 6th.
Odds AJ Brown or Debo play. What is AJ Brown? Is he a hammy?
He's a hammy. He's not going to play.
I said
No.
35% for him, and Debo I said 30%.
I
Yeah,
don't think either is going.
I don't think either's going either, but if Debo plays, like I said a couple minutes ago, it'll be Decoy Samuel, who will be out there just to get attention on the defense, but he will not produce this week.
The end is the true drama where he basically gets told not to practice. It's not practice.
Who, Ayuk?
Yeah. So we're at an hour 48. Do you guys want to do a couple regular ones and finish up to 2 hours, or are you guys checked out? Are we done?
It depends. Chat, what do you guys think? You guys want to stick around for a couple more? If we get 3 yeses in the chat in the next minute and a half, we'll do a couple more. If not, we're going to call it quits. So you guys decide.
Or we could do, if you want, we could do a college football draft. I know Anthony would love that.
Oh yeah, let's
do a college
fuck around a
football
little
draft.
bit.
Let's do it. I know nothing, so
I mean, I know some stuff, but this is gonna be tough because there's just 5 bajillion players.
Meatwad said that he'd send yes, but he would miss the lobby by the time he sent it. And now, of course, we hop into a college football draft instead, so he will not be able to participate in this one either.
So let me pull up. So we have some sort of projections. Let me pull up SaberSims projections just so like we're not going blind here.
I would imagine you got to go with the guy who plays on offense and defense, right? what's his name? Travis Hunter. Shows my knowledge of college football. Is that his name?
Where's the big board? I'm locking in now.
Oh, sorry.
Who's RJ Harvey? Wide receiver?
Is a running back. I have no
Running
idea.
back.
Holy shit, he got 41 points last week.
Yeah,
Let's take him.
Gotta take him.
And they're playing Colorado, which I actually like because that
RJ
makes me want to
Harvey
root for him
is
even more.
projected for 25 points. Travis Hunter is projected for 19. Oh, we gotta take RJ Harvey, man. Like, what are we thinking
Holy
about?
shit. I'm watching the highlights from last week. This dude is filthy. Ooh, boy, oh boy. If we're wrong on him, I'm okay with that because the way this guy looks, yikes. Anthony, you know who this is? You follow college way closer than either of us do.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of him a little bit, but I don't know. I don't watch too much UCF, but UCF actually ESPN loves UCF. They're actually very highly projected to make the playoff this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's because that expanded playoffs, right?
Yeah, but they're in the Big 12 now, and I don't know. It's surprising.
As a guy who doesn't watch a lot of college football, I'm very excited for this game tomorrow. This Alabama game.
Georgia's blow them out.
No, Alabama's favorite. I'm pretty sure, aren't they?
No, they can't.
Are they?
No,
I think they are. I think Alabama's at home. I think they're. I thought it was somebody look up the line.
I'm gonna look it up. I thought it was Georgia -4.
Georgia -1.
Yeah, see,
you got it.
A lot of money coming in on Bama then. If it started at -4, I don't know. Maybe did it start at -4?
Maybe.
It may have got bet down.
People may have got the closing line value.
Well, it's because here's the thing: Georgia looked horrible last week against Kentucky, and I did watch that game. I don't know if either of you guys did, but
I don't watch college.
Wait, what's going on? So Ollie Gordon, this guy was like,
Gordon might have some issues going on.
Why?
There's speculations that he's hurt.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to know. All right, let me.
He hasn't looked right this year. So.
Also, Rutgers is beating Washington 7-3 in the second quarter.
I don't know. See, I know normally we would not do this because it's just negative correlation. And I also don't know if going quarterback this early with college makes any fucking sense. I might not. But since we already have this RJ Harvey for UCF, KJ Jefferson, kind of compelling. I feel like in college, the negative correlation of like quarterback and running back does not matter nearly as much as it would.
It's very different from the 1 week that I played. It's very different because like when a team goes off, they score like 70 points and everyone gets home.
Right.
We could do Kobe Hudson. Don't know
that guy. Yeah.
Gone. Do we want to do Shador and like do the game stack though? I think. Yeah.
Jordan said that QB and running back are positively correlated. Makes sense.
In college, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Everything, but so what are we doing?
Just fully buy into that game. I mean, if it's probably going to be a high scoring game, might as well.
Anthony Shador or KJ?
Go with KJ.
We have two picks.
He was in the SEC.
Oh.
And what do we want to do here? I know that I've watched this guy, Isaiah Bond. He scored a sweet touchdown a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that was a nice game. That's all I know.
Yeah. What's this guy? Ole Miss against. Oh yeah, Parrish. Yeah, Parrish is good. What's his game log? Pull it up for me. Good running back.
Looks good.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
quarterback. No wide receivers, but you know what? It really doesn't even matter.
Positively correlated in NFL too. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people get wrong. They say negatively correlated, but like they're just weakly correlated. They're not negatively correlated. So like,
right? Like it's not a bad thing. It's just not as beneficial as having like QB wide receiver or QB tight end.
Yeah, I think Sabersim has like the correlation between quarterback and running back is like 0.1. Or like between a quarterback and like a pocket passing wide receiver, it's like 0.45, 0.5. So like it's still correlated, but just pretty weak. And yeah, I always get very upset when people on stream say that. So thank you for correcting it, Jordan.
I don't even know how to help commentate the stream because I literally don't know anyone other than two players on the board.
Let me see if we know anyone else.
I know Art tight ends.
Do you know anything about Colson Loveland? He got hurt.
Yeah, he's good, but he's banged up. If we somehow win money off this draft, though, well, this is probably the one that we're going to win.
Yeah,
and all the NFL ones that we spend a lot of time and thought over.
Evidently, the argument was over what color Ayuk shorts were. Wait, is that real? Are you trolling?
That has to be a troll.
That seems
Is that like the dress argument? Was it like, was it white and gold or blue and black?
Oh, you know what? That might actually be what it is because everyone around him has black shorts on.
Really?
He has red shorts, yeah.
But Shanahan seems like the type of coach to doghouse him a game to teach him a lesson.
For wearing the wrong color shorts, yeah.
Would we be surprised? Him and Shanahan do not see eye to eye on anything, it seems.
Why is Shedeur Sanders not being drafted?
Maybe we just took quarterback like very, very early for no reason.
Maybe we made a blunder.
That's okay if it hits.
Fuck it, man.
Sometimes you just got to take talented players.
Maybe
I like going all in on this UCF Colorado if Wester gets back to us.
Wester, yeah.
What's his game log look?
It's not. The end of the clip is him taking off the red shorts and putting black shorts on. That is funny. Jesus Christ, man.
That's crazy. What's Wester's game log look like?
Pretty good.
Looks good. Yeah,
looks good. Shedeur throws the ball so much. Every one of their
right.
Look good.
It's true.
40, 49, 38 passes.
We're gonna have back-to-back. So
wow, for somebody who throws the ball so much, he doesn't really score well. We may have a Garrett Wilson on our hands.
30, 28.
Oh,
yeah, he
sorry.
sucked against Nebraska.
The first one looked 20. The first one looked like 20. It's hard to see the numbers.
What was that Nebraska game? Was it last week?
2 weeks ago, I think.
So we're on the clock. 2 picks here.
Wester for sure.
Wester's a good one, yeah.
Who's the other one you guys want to take, though?
One week that I did draft college football, I took a ton of Gunnar Helm. It seems like he may suck, though.
I mean, at this point, I feel like just push tight end to the last round. What other receivers do we got? Savion Williams?
Jimmy Horn? We got the full game set. I thought this guy Jimmy Horn was better, but maybe not. I don't know.
I would just look at the most recent game logs for the top
down
3.
For someone. Lawrence Arnold, no.
We're about to draft Gunnar Helm.
I don't know. Let's draft Gunnar Helm and deal with receiver later. So the thing is with these college football things, it's because it's so weird. Like you kind of need 30 points from everybody, just because like it's just weird.
Yeah, it's like you said. Yeah, because somebody's going to score 70 points. Yeah.
All right, let me look at the projections and see if they're liking anyone still here. Nope, that guy's not on the slate. That makes sense why I haven't seen him be drafted. I mean, it looks like there's so many guys projected for like 9 or 10 points. It looks like it doesn't really matter. So, close our eyes and pick someone to end it.
I'm gonna go with one of the juniors.
One of the juniors.
Antoine Wells or Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy Horn.
Horn. It's hard to see.
I think this guy went off a couple.
Oh, what about the second? There's a guy who's the second. That's not a junior, but he's pretty damn close.
So here's what we got. We got this guy who's consistent 14
Oh,
points.
yeah, I like that.
Ooh,
We got Jimmy Horn, who hasn't scored a point in weeks.
Okay.
This guy who's either 6 points or 32.
I like that.
And then John Tate Cook, 2 or 17.
Okay, I'm out on
the
Cook.
first guy, Antoine Wells.
But we talked about needing 30. He's not going to get you that.
But you know what? But he's on Ole Miss. We've got Paris already, so we've got some correlation there.
But is it negative if it's a wide receiver running back? It has to be.
No, because in college everybody eats. Like if they score 50 points, like everybody's eating.
Let me see.
Right?
I'll give you the exact correlation between them from SaberSim. Who's the receiver? What's the name?
Wells. Antoine Wells. Meatwad, for what it's worth, said that he is due for 30. Do with that information what you will.
So yeah, they're actually negatively correlated, wide receiver and running back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I would imagine that.
So
let me see the bottom two guys.
See you later, Wells. This guy sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we're going with the guy that's he on even weeks he scores 32. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let me see what he's.
That's okay, Meatwad. Neither do we. We just pretend.
Stribling is projected for 11 points, so that seems good.
All right.
Okay.
Let's roll with it.
Good enough for me. All right, this is the shipper right here.
Check back in. Ooh, 90 points. That's fun.
This guy's projected for 0. Oh, there you go. It's there. Yeah, I seems good to me.
That was very weird.
If we wind up winning it all and you guys witnessed it when I don't know anyone other than Travis Hunter, that would be something special.
Well, we didn't even take Travis Hunter.
I know, but that's my point. I only know one player on the board.
All right, fellas, I think that's going to do it for us. Any closing thoughts?
Good luck to everyone playing in week 4. I think if you followed along with what we've been saying since Tuesday and then what the Sims have been saying on Gumbysims.streamlit.app, you should be in for a good week. Check back in on Tuesday. We'll let you know how we did, talk about just overall thoughts of the following week, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, don't draft Garrett Wilson. You should have a good week.
Don't draft Garrett Wilson. He's going up against Patrick Surtain. Thank you guys for stopping in. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great weekend, everyone.